cigarette lighter in the dark.
You can't hear me. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for watching Ted Investigates. This was a video we played yesterday, but this was my video. This is where I went into the police station. This is where I went into the different homes, talked to residents about the missing cold case, okay? So we originally, Shibby was streaming this, but this was my content where I was going. So we used his channel, but I fast forwarded to where I was able to talk to the neighbors, ask questions, and go to the different police stations. So I thought it was pretty beneficial to put on my channel. So if you, good morning, everybody. So if you've seen this before, that is fine. It was yesterday, but this is me. This is my, of what I did. I wanted to put the value on my channel as well. I let Chibi know because I was live streaming there. I was boots on the ground, and I was in East St. Louis talking to people, talking to residents, and I was, there talking to the police station. So I thought it was very valuable to show this because sometimes, when you people are on my channel, I want you to watch it and know that, if you're paying for a membership or you're subscribing, that I'm coming out with content, right? Because this is, my heart. I mean, I drove 7 hours into St. Louis, went there, looked up the case. Shibby was helping, but this is me, boots on the ground. So I hope you enjoy this. It's going to be the shortened version of it. So please feel free to ask any questions. I'm going to minimize the screen here. Get right into it.
That was crazy. I did not
contained within this post. There seems to be a fair amount of information that could potentially fit with
Good morning, everybody.
Information that investigators already know.
But whoever Finding Janetta has gone dark. Five on Your Side posted a comment asking the author to respond. We haven't heard back, and neither have the police.
We have to hold out hope that there's some.
Hold on. Pause.
Yeah.
Yes. But I'm not like.
No, don't worry.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So how about we leave it at this? You can when you first you're going to hang up, but first when you get a chance at your next stop, make a live stream and I'll promote it hopefully before I'm done here. And we're definitely going to.
Okay, so I'm jumping to the meat and the potatoes of the video.
Yeah. What happened to those guys? You could
I know.
And then have a beer with them, right?
Right. Yeah. Oh, what is going on here? Wait.
Things have changed.
Go ahead. Yeah, this is.
So
am I interrupting anything? Because I was just saying let's see how far I am. Oh, I'm still about 10 minutes. I'm 3 miles, but 1 second.
No.
I just thought it was important to show this. This was me.
We kind of went off script today, Bob. Went off script. And now, so the weather thing didn't pan out. Ted is doing he's got a job, but he's also going to stop in. Are you going to check out? What can you give him an update again? Sorry, I missed it.
Yep. So, okay, just to let everybody know, the weather thing didn't pan out because it was clear skies the entire day yesterday. So I went from where I was with JLR, then I had to get my debit card, and then I ended up in St. Louis. Today we're going to Evansdale to solve or to talk to Drew Collins, the father of a murder victim, and discuss who he thinks the suspect is, go to a crime scene. But I thought this was very important to show this morning. If you didn't see it. Pulling into the parking lot, that was the place where the poor, I believe she was either from the ages of 8 to 11 years old. She was, I hate even saying this. So she was SA'd. She was tied up. She was decapitated, which is horrible. I don't even like to describe that type of stuff on air. So she was murdered, and we are going to go there. Then I'm going to probably hop off lines. I'm just going to show the parking lot, which again, it's a parking lot. There, breaking news. I'm in a parking lot, but it's the parking lot that got bulldozed down. Then I'm going to go on the Reddit page that you sent me and try to figure out who are the relatives that posted that and try to search for them. Try my best.
Sorry.
Yep. And then, we have Evansdale, which was supposed to be today, but I forgot because I ran out of my hotel like a bat out of hell.
I had to turn around to get my ID. So that got me off course. So we have Evansdale tomorrow, which will be the interview with Drew Collins, Elizabeth Collins, and those two sweet girls that lost their life by that man that murdered them. That's still a cold case. We're going to be going to the lake where they were abducted. He's going to take me around. It's going to be a really tough moment. You know, we're going to say prayers. I mean, it's not something that I'm like really wanting to see, but it's closure.
Very sad story.
And it shows that supporting him and keeping the name alive, and that's why we're doing it. And he was totally all about spreading the word. I said I can help him whatever he wants. He referenced me wearing. So there are some suspects that the FBI have named in an affidavit. So we're not going after people that aren't in real FBI documentation, and he showed me. So we're going to just meet up with people that said that they were with the person that murdered the girls at the same date, but it was back in, I believe, 2015. He left his cell phone. Okay. He left his cell phone behind. He also murdered two girls 6 months before that they didn't know. And it was the first abduction, double abduction. Okay. So since 1950, there has not been.
Real quick, I just wanted to pause this to let you know that I'm showing this because this is where I went to in East St. Louis yesterday to talk to local homeowners about this case. I don't know how to put my picture back up on there. I'm sorry about that. So basically, I wanted to show boots on the ground being there yesterday. It was on Shibby's channel, but for people that missed it, I think it's very important to put on my channel. I went to all the homes, saw an F4 tornado destroy a lot of these homes about a year ago, talked to residents about this missing Jane Doe girl who's 8 to 10 years old, and I thought it was very important.
A consecutive double abduction of two people at the same time to get SA'd and then murdered. And then, so in all the United States, and you can Google this, when was the last time two people got abducted within a specific time period? And the last time two people got abducted, which would be a total of 4, right? So 2 separate cases. There hasn't been 2 cases that have been documented.
This is what we're going to go see today.
This case was 6 months apart, 30 miles from each other from this suspect's home. So just think of that. So not only do we have the law of averages on our side, we also have it being 30 miles apart, and this suspect hung himself because of the guilt of killing those 2 other girls that we know he killed. He's been a convicted sex offender. He's been in and out of the law. He's been in trouble. His friend said he was with him in Evansdale on the day of the disappearance, visiting him at the coffee shop I visited. He just left his phone behind him because it was at a time where he was just driving from point A to point B, and he worked at a factory. Well, there wasn't really text messaging back then, or at least not. Some people weren't as, kept phones on him. So he'd keep his phone at his house because from what Drew Collins told me was, he had one of those smaller minute plans. You know how all of us have all the data and all the internet now and we could text forever? Well, back then, data was a lot more expensive. So to have like unlimited text messages might cost you $500. Well, if you're getting paid at a factory $15 an hour, you're not going to spend $300 to $400 on a, unlimited texting plan. Remember when the cell phones really, charged more for all the bells and whistles? I mean, they're still expensive now, but do you remember how they really took advantage of us with incoming and outcoming and would charge you?
Yeah.
So long story short, I want to meet up with the one person that saw Michael Blunder there at the dad thinks it's Michael Blunder.
Okay, I just wanted to apologize to everybody for being loud. When I'm in this vehicle, my rental car, I don't know where the mic is. So I sound like I'm screaming. I cannot tell where the microphone is in the car. So if I knew, or if there was a microphone here, if I knew where it was in this particular model of the car, I can't find anything. it's absolutely crazy. So I'll go back to it. So I sound like I'm like screaming, going, yabba dabba doo, like Fred Flintstone, but I can't find where the microphone is. So I feel like I need to talk loud. So I apologize for talking loud because it is actually annoying me how loud I'm talking.
The FBI thinks it's Michael Blunder. They can't tie it to him. There's not DNA. But there is a person that has been confronted by Drew Collins, the dad. The other family who lost their loved one has been in and out of jail, which I'm not going to like dox them or anything. They've had a hard life. They've been in and out of jail for whatever reasons. So they initially were the suspects in the case. They were cleared. They just had drug issues, mental health problems. They had nothing to do with child abuse. They were good. They were good people. They just dabbled a little bit with drugs. The girls got abducted on video. I was at the exact location where they got abducted, and they were abducted by a large man. One of the girls were seen walked off by a guy who was about 6'2". Michael Blunder, who was 6'2". He's now dead. He hung himself in a shed from the guilt of killing those 4 girls. But the only thing they could tie him to were 2 girls, which were the same ages as the girls that are the cold case right now. So anyways, we can go into more detail tomorrow and we can play the story and kind of prep everybody. Now, Delphi on HBO Max, it is connected a little bit to Delphi because you had 2 missing girls that were murdered. This case, though, after talking to Drew Collins, talking to people that know the case, they were happy to have Delphi on the HBO Max documentary because it helped
get eyes. Yeah,
it helped get eyes, exactly, and that's what Drew said. But Drew is a wonderful father. Drew is all about finding his daughter's killer, and there wasn't even a second where it wasn't Delphi. There wasn't a conspiracy. There was nothing like that. It was so where he had all the facts and showed me all the paperwork, where it just kind of was like, where from my perspective, if I kept saying Delphi, he would look at me like I was just crazy, where it was just not the right, it wasn't Delphi. Now, I understand that Delphi was, when the case went cold, they were looking everywhere and they thought, oh, another 2 girls went missing. But from the neighbors in town and everybody, it's Michael Blunder. He's dead. He killed himself. He killed 2 girls 20 minutes from the other murder scene. All right, is this guy going to go or is he just going to flash gang symbols? Come on. Okay.
That's that's sign language, remember?
Yeah, sign language. Okay, we're about 5 minutes. Here we are. Hope everybody can see this. Yep, this is definitely
well, your black screen now. I'll tell you when it's up.
Definitely a little bit more of a poverty neighborhood. Wait.
Yeah, it's good when you do that because it makes it bigger.
Okay, wait.
Fills the screen.
And then just to, add a little context and color to this, I was very exhausted. I had to go 2.5 hours back after I drove to St. Louis, and I forgot my license and I forgot my debit card. My backpack that I used to carry, the zipper broke. So all of a sudden things started falling out of that, and the hotel staff took my debit card and credit card and ID and kept it and gave me my room key, and I didn't even realize it. So I left, checked out of the hotel, drove 2 hours all the way past St. Louis, going to Evansdale, realizing I forgot it, had to drive all the way back to Cape Girardeau or whatever, Missouri, and then drive to St. Louis. So we wanted to find a cold case. So this was shooting from the hip, and it was one of the more popular cold cases. So I did a lot of driving. So if I sounded a little crabby yesterday, I'm sorry. The storm chasing, being with JLR on his channel the day before, twice, we covered about 13 hours of ground. We're driving around. It's exhausting going from northern Minnesota all the way to Little Rock. Chasing storms was one of the most tiring things, and then having to go back. So sorry if I acted a little high strung last night on Alex's live. I kind of said, there was a few people that criticized me and I took the bait and I shouldn't have. I was tired. I did this. I got to my hotel room Alex started his show at like 9:30 at night. I just wanted to go to bed. I was on till 12:30. And then I got a little snippy with a usual troll. I don't even like to call him troll. Just a usual person that likes to kind of see if they can get you going. Well, you got this guy going. And I apologize for being so loud again where I can't find where the microphone is. And I'm a very hyperactive person as it is. I get passionate about these cold cases, always wanted to be in the FBI. If I was smart enough, always wanted to be a detective and like save people. Obviously, I took the pathway of sales. That's why I've always loved true crime. So I'll keep playing this and shutting up. But I wanted to show this because I put a little effort into this at the very end and I was exhausted.
All right, hold on. I'm just going to show you the buildings.
Mm-hmm. Make sure you're in a safe space to stop and be, or
You see that?
situational awareness. Pay attention to everything around you.
No, I'm saying, do you see that
Yeah.
building?
Yes.
No, but do you see here? Wait, hold on.
No, we see
Because
it.
I can't see it.
Oh, this one? Yeah. Yeah. Is it burnt out or is it?
Like it's real torn up and destroyed?
Yeah.
Or no, is it too bright?
No, we see it perfectly.
Okay, so this is kind of area that, we're, big deal. It's tough times. It's,
So by accident, because I'm from Chicago, St. Louis has rough neighborhoods. Chicago, a lot of these neighborhoods, because of the city funding, when they knocked down the projects, a lot of gangs moved on the block. So gangbangers had nowhere to go. Gangs had nowhere to go. All these gangs, that's why it's so dangerous there, is they live literally, when you grew up as a kid, I lived on this block. My best friend lived on the block over, right? And I would ride his bike to his house. We'd play roller hockey, baseball, football, tennis, whatever, you name it. Chicago, I got thrown off by this because Chicago looks like a bomb went off in these areas because there's not enough government resources for the community. So a lot of the homes on the south side look like this. I thought I was in a really bad area, but it was it still wasn't the best area, but it looked like Chicago looks like a tornado went through the area in Inglewood on the south side. So I was like, okay, I think I'm at the right area. This actually was from an F4, but if you go to really bad parts, Dalton, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, the south side, West Garfield Park, Chicago, you have houses that look just like this, and it's not from a tornado. So I thought I was getting involved in a little bit more gang activity, going door to door, and it was a lot of good people with damaged homes that couldn't be repaired because they didn't have homeowners insurance.
everybody's born in difficult situations. Things happen. But, we're, they're doing some remodeling over here. Hold on. Hold. Oh, this has worked for a second. 1 second. Let me get out of here let me get out of the car for a minute. I just want to show you what we're doing here without this
would be a good time for you to have if you had one of those stabilizers, because when you hold it, it really stabilizes the phone good, but it's good, it's fine. But one of those little iPhone stabilizers would be great. It's breaking up a bit, but we'll give you a second to get out of the car and stuff. So we got a black screen and we don't hear you.
Can you see me? I just want to
Yes.
get blown away here.
Yep, we see it. Just do your thing.
All right, so we have see the rubble and everything?
Yes.
See the rubble?
Yep.
So this is the bashed windshields.
Wow.
So we're going into pretty bad
Rough neighborhood.
it's just sad. Yeah, it's a rough neighborhood. So
A lot of this is also
Okay.
some of the houses they're empty and probably. We haven't heard the last 10
1
seconds.
second, everybody. I'm going to try my. No, wait. I'm trying to adjust everything for everybody to make you see.
No problem. So
I had a lot of
And I have
camera
the utmost
problems too
respect.
yesterday. All my gear was like breaking
today's
down.
that perfect day where you're
Adhesive
that-
wasn't
you
working.
should just stop at the Walmart, Dan. Get one of those freaking proper things. So when you get in, you get.
No. So I I was at 3M. I was at Ace Hardware. I was getting the 3M adhesive double sticky that's supposed to work. I bought a ton of that. Over time, with the heat, it just folds down. And I bought a very expensive thing to hold the thing on. So, you know, going to Walmart, I probably should buy a new contraption, which I'll do today. But I mean, I did spend a good coin, and I used adhesive, double-sided 3M Gorilla adhesive.
Stick it on your dashboard. You're farting around with it way too much.
What about now?
Oh, it's perfect. I mean, we see it's perfect. I mean, it's a
Alright,
nice
so
day.
just
out,
kind of
for sure,
give
eh?
you a
Warm
view of
there?
some of this stuff here.
How's the wet? Oh
Let me
yeah, I
see.
see some of them. Yeah, are they rebuilding them? Oh my God, they're not rebuilding that. That's a whole. They'll get the excavator out and demolish that, right? Just get rid of everything and start fresh.
You see this kind of
They're gonna
stuff here.
rebuild.
This is just sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully they can rebuild. Hopefully the community can get like a habitat for humanity.
No, they won't rebuild. Yeah, they'll get rid of that and completely build fresh. That's safe there.
See that? It's really sad.
Well, look at there's been an excavator. There's wheels going right up. Go back to your right. Look. Oh, there was back. There was wheels going up to that, like a dump truck and excavator and stuff. And
Yeah, just give me a
construction
second. I'm
vehicles driving up.
going to get out here for a minute.
If you see on that front lawn, on the right side of that front lawn, to the right of the stairs, look at the front lawn there.
Yeah, so
You'll
we
see
have
the
something that
tires.
says
Oh,
notice of inspection. I don't know if you can see this.
yeah, that's
We
a
gotta-
warning. It's condemned, basically condemned. It's gone.
Get a lot of
And it's sad because a lot of these empty ones are where people do crimes too, right? They take women or kids into these. Imagine you having a crime done to you, then you get taken into some place like this to have you violated. Sometimes
Yeah, we got this over here. We got roof. Should I go up here and see what's going on in here?
I don't know, dude. It's your choice. You're a big boy. I wouldn't. Probably that's not safe to be walking in there. You might fall through the floor. There's no.
Anybody in here?
No,
Yo,
I wouldn't go in. Dude, you should have proper construction boots. If there's nails on there, you get tetanus. Oh my God, dude. Careful.
all
Where
right,
you
just
step.
give me a second.
You need proper safety shoes to be walking around and shit like that.
All right, yep.
Because you'll have nails come up through your feet and it's horrible. I've seen that.
Real quick, and we have to bring up the Afro Man. Afro Man literally was on stage 5 years ago, and he sucker punched a girl that was up there, probably shouldn't have been on stage, but was dancing next to her. He cold cocked her so hard. I mean, he could have gave her permanent brain damage. Whatever that guy did, I hope he goes to jail for the rest of his life. If you Google Afro Man punching girl on stage, it is the biggest cowardly move you could ever see. If I had a sister, I would be on that stage so fast. It was awful. He hit this girl so hard. Thank God she's okay. If you ever see the video, it's like from 5 years ago. You know, the song's good. He's jamming. The girl's harmless. She must be like 23 years old. He hits her so hard in the face. It is the most disgusting thing anyone could ever do. He sucker punched a woman. I lost all ounce of respect for him. I hope he goes to jail, and I hope he gets whatever he has coming to him.
6-inch nail pop right through your fucking foot. It's horrible. Then you have to go get tetanus shots, and there's could be back 60-year-old rusty nail through your foot. It's not good.
This is just, your windows here broken
Wow.
into.
So was this from?
Yeah, we're very close. So just bear with me here.
Is this like recent storm damage, or is this just?
No, this is just a very, very broken down neighborhood.
See, and this is where I thought it was a broken down neighborhood, because Chicago looks like an F4 went through a lot of these homes. A lot of the homes are foreclosed and damaged in the south side and west side. I didn't know at the time that F4 went through this neighborhood, and the neighbors will talk about it. I just thought I was in like a normal neighborhood that you would see in Chicago in one of the bad areas. Or like, yeah,
You should
North
check.
Milwaukee.
Maybe this is a
Lewis is
hailstorm
bad areas
too.
too. I'm just saying.
With all these
Yeah.
fresh windows out.
Look at this one. Big fire right here.
Yeah.
Do you see this
And
or
people are
not?
still living now, eh? People are still living in the good houses, right? So
I don't know.
they must be with all those cars in that area.
Yeah, here, look.
People there.
It's this guy. Here, let
Ask
me
her-
pull over here. Ask them what's
It
going
must
on
be
over here.
like nice. Wow, maybe they had damage. It feels like there was a storm damage. Check.
Ah, maybe. Yeah, you could be right.
And fresh windows are all popped out. What the hell?
I'm gonna ask this construction worker. Just give me a second, okay?
Yep.
Okay. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. I don't even know if I can be up here. Is it?
If they ask you to
Hey.
leave, you have to leave. That's fine. You're not trespassing until you refuse to leave. So say hi.
Hey, buddy.
Knock.
No, there's no knock or anything. Hey,
Knock on
Hey,
the wood.
remodeling, was there a storm here or are these just older buildings?
They're old. It was a storm.
Oh, really? There was a storm?
Yeah, last year.
Oh, I'm Ted with Ted Investigates. I don't know if you want to be on camera. There's like 5,000 people watching, but
We go there.
or no, I'm sorry, 500 people watching. I'm sorry. Say hi.
Hello.
Hello, cool. Yeah, no, I just saw it. I saw some of the big damages. Was it a pretty big
Yeah, it was from the May 16th tornado last year.
oh, that's horrible. It's so great you're coming up and you're helping out and cleaning up and everything and getting stuff,
Yeah.
trying your best.
Yes, but as best we can. I think this house with the rebuild is paid for by the Catholic charities.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, I appreciate it, man. Thanks so much for taking care of the community.
Nice guy.
Yeah, super nice guy.
So the
Yeah, I
church-
just can't.
church is
I just
helping
can't believe
people
what
out.
I'm seeing. So a tornado came through here, and just I just can't believe what I'm looking at here. Wait, I'm gonna go to this other building.
So the community was already hard hit with just life, and then they had the tornado. So
Yeah,
it's a double whammy. Sounds like. And if the buildings are worth it, I'm sure that the churches and them are trying to help to save. If they can be saved, it sounds like they're being saved. So that's
I'm gonna see if a resident wants to talk. We'll see. Oh man. Oh, this guy's looking at me kind of like he's ready to. Let's see what's up with this guy. Here, wait. Let me talk to this guy for a minute, okay?
sure.
Sorry, I'm not trying to get off task here.
No. Do what's best for you. We're just watching.
Holy cow. This is a big tornado? Wow. You guys see that?
Wow.
That's sad.
Wow.
Thanks. Take care of yourself.
Holy crap.
I'm going to go over here for a minute. Sorry, 1 second.
Ooh, is there also, if you get talking with somebody, isn't there something in this area that you'd want to question about? This young ask about?
Yeah, yep. I do. That
Don't forget
gentleman,
that kid there.
that gentleman was a little bit, got to
That
be a
young
little
guy.
bit. Yeah. He
But you
seemed
know,
cool.
it's gonna be-
I got my selfie stick in his face. I just wanted to check out this
No.
one other building.
If you remember, when you're done, if somebody's talking nice like that, because you
Yep.
never know, that could be like his grandmother might know something about it, or it might have been his grandma's neighbor. You never know.
Yeah.
If you remember, it's easy for me to say now. If someone's nicely talking with you, ask them
Look
what
at the damages. I can't see because it's so light out, but can you see all the damages?
It sees perfectly. Yes, the crystal clear picture. It's actually really good, very good. It's colorful and clear.
Just give me 1 second, guys. Oh wait, my work's going off for a minute. Give me a second.
Oh, hi Norma. Did you guys come in? If I missed you guys, come in. Hello, Royal. If we missed you, hi guys. Ted is streaming on YouTube here through me, and he's dual streaming to his X account. But he's here with me. When he's out and about, he's streaming through Shibby. That's here on YouTube, not on his channel here. So I can run the show for him and help him out. And he's dual streaming this to X. It's very feed. You're getting good signal there at least, eh? How's your reception's good?
Yeah.
Must be a cell towers nearby and stuff. So
Yeah, look at this one. It says the St. Louis Private Property Assistance Program. I mean, that house was just demolished.
condemned, yeah.
See if I can find it.
I guess you see a big blue sign out front like that first one. It's probably means they're ready to just excavate them down and start fresh.
Yeah. Here, I'm going to pull up and I'm going to talk to this lady for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to put her on camera and offend anybody. Just give me 1 second. Let me make sure I got everything in order here.
You did it good. You just want and let them choose. Some people.
Hey, good morning. This is Ted Investigates channel. This was I streamed this on Shibby's yesterday, but I wanted to shorten it and show where I was boots on the ground going through these homes and talking to the homeowners. This is Ted Investigates. This is my footage. I was working with Shibby, but I wanted to put this on my channel. I was with JLR the day before, so I just wanted to get some movement on my channel because people are always like, hey, you're never on. I am on, so I wanted to show this.
People don't mind if they do. Just it's good you talk first thing and say that.
Hello, miss. How's it going? I have a camera. I just want to know, do you know about the Jane Doe, that sweet little girl that was murdered like 40 years ago? No? Okay. I was just checking. I'm doing a documentary and I'm trying to figure out, they demolished the home and they're just trying to find her. So, well, I appreciate it. It was, all right, cool. It was nice talking with you. Did this area get hit with a pretty bad tornado?
Yeah, last year.
Last year? Like F4, F5?
Yeah.
I'm so...
4.
F4, wow.
Oh, neighborhood.
Wow. And your family, everyone's safe?
Yeah, we still.
Still, yep. All right, well, God bless you. Take care. Yeah, F4 went through here.
Wow. Yeah. Those old buildings didn't stand a chance, even if they were in good condition, right? So some of the old dilapidated ones.
Were you able to see the
Yes.
me talking to the lady?
Mm-hmm. The
was-
crystal clear picture.
It was very bright out, and it's hard for me to see my phone. It started overheating as well.
Better than you've ever had. You got great reception, and it's the sun is out. Everything's colorful, and it's like 1180p easily HD. Perfect.
Oh, good. Okay, let's see. Kids eat free, ages 5 to 18. That's great. Okay, just give me 1 second here. I got to respond. I got to send over. Just give me 2 minutes. I promise I'll be with you.
Oh, here he is already. Okay, you're back up. You're back up.
Hey, were you able to hear any of that or no?
Yo, we heard everything perfectly, and we
Shibby?
saw it too. It's just, yes, I hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Ted?
Hey, are you able to hear me?
I hear you, but you
No?
can't hear me. I hear you. I'm gonna boot you. I'm gonna boot you from the studio. Can you hear me, Ted? Can you hear me, Ted?
You able to hear me?
Can you hear me? I hear you, but you're breaking up.
Negative?
Can you hear me? I
Better
hear you,
now?
yeah. Can I? I didn't boot him. He got a bad signal. That's what happened there.
It was a pretty bad
I had
signal around
I had
there.
it up. I was hovering over kick from studio, but I didn't do that. I was about to, and if I did, I would tell you. Gladly, I was about to kick him because I can tell he couldn't hear me. So usually, if you go and come back, oh, here he is again. Hey, Ted, how you doing?
Hey, good. Here, wait. I just want to check out something real quick.
This area, you're getting bad reception, so it's choppy, but we hear and see.
Were you guys listening to me talk to those people about the tornado or
Yes.
no?
Yes, we heard
Okay.
and saw all of that. Yes. It's better now that you're out
Hey,
of your car.
miss?
You definitely have better reception.
This? Do you have a second? I'm sorry. Have you heard about the Jane Doe cold case? I'm on YouTube Live. I run a channel called Ted Investigates. Okay, she was a sweet 8 to 11-year-old girl about 40 years ago, and she was abducted and tortured, and it was right around here, but they knocked down the building. So I was just spreading the awareness. I want to get brochures out. Don't worry, I'm not putting you on camera. Oh, okay. No problem. God bless you. Have a good day. Okay. Take care.
Making friends, dude. Why don't you get some
Yep.
numbers? I'm not kidding.
Yep. Okay, I'm close to the thing. So this is the nice building that no one knows anything about what happened. Obviously there was a huge F
Wow,
tornado, F4. So if you're just coming in, I mean these homes were destroyed. I was naive because that's how the south side of Chicago kind of looks. So I just figured that was like, homes that were foreclosed on or vacant. But this was actually a tornado. Let me see here. Oh, here.
See, I
I'll
could
put my
tell.
seatbelt on. Yep.
Yeah, by the way those windows, there was lots of windows knocked out, and they were all facing the same direction and stuff.
Well, and like the roofs and everything, but you see that in
Yeah.
Chicago where you see stuff just demolished and it's just homes that have just, they don't do anything. All right, so we are very close. 0.3. Let's see. Thank
To
you
that
everyone for
address I sent
watching.
you?
Yep.
Was
And now there's a
okay.
barrier. This almost looks like public transit. 1 second. I have to turn around. Proceed to the route. I wonder if I could just park here and walk. Probably not. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to park and walk. I don't care. Well, you know what? Let me get a little closer just in case my car gets broken into. I don't want to lose my contacts and stuff. Luggage.
If you know what you could say the 40-year-old little Jane Doe 40-year-old cold case with the yellow sweater, because that yellow sweater's everywhere I see it. They're talking about the yellow sweater.
Okay, cool.
Because that's all they found. So, or you don't have to, but that might trigger their memory. So, 40-year-old cold case, little Jane Doe, where they found a yellow sweater.
Okay, cool.
The decapitation is a lot. If you want to go with that, you can, but that's a lot.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Sorry. The mindfulness there. Yeah.
No. I mean, depending on the person, if it's a nice old lady, I don't know if you want to go with the decapitation. Although it may help them remember.
True.
Or don't lead with that. If anyway.
There is someone parked at the church, but I'm going to go to the parking lot. I guess we can. I don't know what the parking lot's going to show, but we might as well. We're here. All right. So we have. I'm making a right on Damar Avenue.
Madhu says you could hire her as an assistant, or he can use Shibby for free. Just kidding.
Okay, just give me a second.
As her, though, so I'd understand it if you wanted to take Madhu as an assistant.
Yep.
I'll watch.
Okay.
Sorry.
Here we go.
Hey, Madhu, what's up? How you doing, Madhu?
This is just sad. I didn't know they got struck by an F4 tornado and all those homes were destroyed. Okay, 1 second. Oh, here goes my GPS again. Where did it go? Where?
Oh. Yes. So, sweet.
Hey, this is Ted Investigates channel. It's not Chibi. So this was me replaying this because this was me boots on the ground. I wanted to put it on my channel for my subscribers.
Opinions want you to stop leaving your door wide open like that. Someone's going to get you stranded.
Oh, yeah.
And Adrian F says, "Hey, y'all."
Hey, what's up? Okay, so let's see what we got going down. Hold on, I have to check my GPS. Adrian, you missed the it was really bad damage from a tornado, actually. Okay, I'm almost here. Okay, I just find it weird that no one knows about this case, and I feel like we need to spread the awareness. So
yeah, you should have flyers next time you do this.
Yeah,
you might recognize it with the flyer that they had. Try to find the same one that was plastered everywhere.
Yep, that's what I'm gonna do.
There was no flyer.
Basically, it's a picture of that yellow sweater from what I've seen on the flyer. They didn't show anything else.
Yep. All right, just give me a second here.
Oh, okay.
This might be the abandoned thing. Hold on a second.
Oh, can I? Madhu said I could work for you and her.
Perfect.
I'll run errands. I get coffee and I'll run errands. Yeah, I'll tuck you in. I'm just kidding.
Sorry, I have to. I don't know why all of a sudden. Oh, here. Okay.
No problem. Yeah.
I got to cut this guy off. It says no right, but I'm going to make a right. Is this a cop?
Drive safe.
I have to make a right no matter what. Sorry, guys.
If you're holding that phone, don't let them see you hold that in some areas. I'm not sure about that area, but
Okay, 800 Clemens. All right. All right. Clara. Okay, we're almost at Clemens. Clemens Avenue. Clemens, 250 Clemens. Where are you, Clemens? Okay, here's Clemens. Clemens Avenue. What is this? This looks as a person's home. Hold on. Arriving
Adrian.
at 56.
Adrian is going to do some. Okay, go on. Sorry.
Leisure living community. You know, I'm going to stop here. You said Adrian's going to do some looking for me? Okay, cool.
Yeah, she's researching it and she's going to update you. So send it to Ted's email. So
Yeah, or send it to you. If you send it to you, because I can't, I have to close out a stream here. Here's the abandoned, I think this is it. This is the abandoned structure right here.
5635.
Yep. This is the abandoned place. One second. I'm just gonna park here and get out. Let me make sure I got everything.
I have all the links. I'll drop the links in chat, the Reddit link and all that. I have them all.
All right, so this is the parking lot where it happened.
I'm sure you guys can find it, but just in case.
All right, so it's just the land, the grass right here. But I'm going to go to this living community and see if anybody here knows about the case, since they're literally right next door to it.
Sorry, the reception broke
Probably
out.
could have parked over here, but
it's okay.
breaking up pretty bad.
We hear you good.
Probably should
The
use the
video's a little
windsock.
choppy. It's not that. It's the reception, not the wind. It's that. So in chat, I've added the link.
I'm going to go to the police station next, I think, just to get flyers. Maybe should have
if
printed
the
them out.
police station doesn't know about it, this is going to be depressing.
Yeah.
The local police better know about it.
I'm sorry to bug you. I'm Ted. I was just doing a documentary, and again, I don't have you on camera. Jane Doe, little Jane Doe, she there was an apartment complex right next to the senior living community. They knocked it down. She's been missing for 40 years. Have you heard anything about the case? She was binded up and murdered. Okay. Yeah. No, they haven't found her. It's been 40 years. So I'm trying to get posters and kind of spread awareness out. And I didn't realize, are you okay with being on camera? Okay, I have the camera this way. I didn't realize an F4 tornado blew through here.
Yeah, dude.
How devastating was it? Yeah. Uh-huh. That's all. I saw some houses with some major damage. Major damage. What is the government? Are they doing any funding to try to help out with the homes, or? Okay, well, it was really nice talking to you. You enjoy your day and God bless you. Okay. It's nice weather out. It feels cool. Yeah. Enjoy the breeze. Okay. I'm going to go through a few houses. I'm going to go door knocking, and then I'm going to, I'll go to the police station, I think. I'm going to drive by some of those, God, I can't believe nobody here. I mean, here's the parking lot of where it was. Can you hear me right now?
Yes, we hear and see perfectly.
This is where she was bound, decapitated, not found. So we're walking on the ground right here. This is the abandoned. This used to be the condo complex right here. And I can understand it's been 40 years now. So when these cases go cold, there's not a lot of people that, remember this at all. But, I'd like to just take a moment of silence just for the victim, just for a second. So sad. Okay. All right, I'm going to go back to the other area. Let me put my phone down. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to be getting back in the car.
Is there anything memorializing it? You think?
Nothing.
Like a
Absolutely
bench?
nothing.
Just
Absolutely
if you see
nothing.
a park bench and stuff, you know how they sometimes do that. They
No, I
put a
know.
park
Here.
bench or-
I'll walk over here. Wait. I don't
If
see
you
any
do see-
park bench.
That is very funny.
Don't
Sometimes
see
they put this
anything.
That is very funny, Kenny. Good morning, Ted. My mom and I love watching you, and JLR has more pictures of you on her phone than she has her kids. Oh, that's too funny. That was sweet. Thank you.
Here. Wait. Here. What is this?
unidentified. Get out. This looks nice. Yeah. I mean, for an unidentified, for the city would do that just out of, because they can't, like if they have to bury her, they put Jane Doe. It's so,
Hey, did Adrian see some of the damaged homes? Like they were rubble. Every other house was literally rubble from the
I don't
tornadoes.
know. I think she came in a little later. I don't know. You can't, Ted can't just start doing stuff like that. Madhu says for you to build a memorial for her, but that's not like a vigil.
Yeah. I mean, I could bring some
No.
roses down to the scene.
I guess you could, but you want to make sure, I don't know. Yeah. I see. I guess something like flowers is good. If you do. Ooh, this is the church?
I'm just ringing someone's doorbell.
Oh. You're in your suit?
Just give me a second. I don't want people on camera. Might not be anybody home.
Nope. Yeah, don't get pushy because some people don't want to answer too. So
Okay.
just or they're old and slow.
Excuse
Or
me.
sleeping.
Here, I'm gonna go ask this guy with this car.
Yep.
1 second. Oops. Hi,
I
you
mean,
ever
they
said,
look what?
can I ask you one question? Is this the scene, or do you remember a little? So I'm with Ted Investigates. I don't have you on camera unless you want to be. This was the scene where the little Jane Doe went missing about 40
Unidentified.
years ago. This sweetheart 8-year-old girl, and back in 1983. So we're just trying to push awareness out, start making flyers, and kind of go to the police station and just kind of want to get to the bottom of it. So
They're
I just
trying
been
to
going
identify
around
her.
the community. Hey, oh, what a little cutie pie over there. Well, it was nice talking with you. And yeah, so if you Google Little Jane Doe, just out of curiosity, St. Louis, it'll pop right up. And they have a Facebook group community page with a prayer that you can go on there and just research stuff. So
They're trying to identify
awesome.
her.
Yep. And it used to be right there because we're trying to identify who she is. Okay. Thank you so much. Bless your heart.
Actually, you know what? The Jane Doe moniker kind of implies that, but it might fly over people's head. So let them know it's unidentified. And so that's your purpose to actually, they're trying to identify her to get some closure at least. Because but Jane Doe does imply that. So I think it goes over people's heads though. Because it just did mine. And I've been thinking about it all day.
Yeah, and I'm sure the realtors don't want to bring up, a selling point because these look like a little bit of newer, homes where it's like, oh, hey, there was a murder right across the street of someone that got their head chopped off.
Well, it's not like the house is being fixed though. So when even if it's the same site, it's not the same as when the house is still standing. So
Here, let me ask this person.
So,
excuse me, miss. Hi, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bother you. I'm Ted with Ted Investigates. Did you know about the little Jane girl, the little Jane Doe girl that went missing about 40 years ago? By any end? It was right next to they tore down the apartment complex, but I'm just trying to spread the word. She got decapitated and we're just trying to figure out who she is.
Okay.
And yep. Are you a fan do you ever watch true crime channels?
Sometimes, yeah.
Oh, I'm Ted Investigates.
Okay.
Would you want to say hi to the camera? No, I respect that.
Yeah.
God bless you and thanks for letting me talk with you.
All right. Where?
So it's literally, okay, so this is the senior living community, if I'm
Yes,
correct.
Yes.
Right next door, there's that abandoned field
Yes.
that they knocked down. So if you just Google a little Jane Doe, St. Louis,
Okay.
it'll show a 4-minute news clipping.
Okay.
And the last one was in 2023 where people on Reddit were saying it might be a family. Again, I don't want to speculate or get people in trouble, but there was some people chiming up, and it's never been solved. Her hands were bound. She was decapitated. It was pretty vicious. She's a sweet little girl that we haven't identified. So I'm just trying to spread the awareness.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. Take care of yourself.
She was she was a Jane Doe, so they never got the identity of the girl. The girl's hands were bound. She was essayed and decapitated. This is before DNA. The case went cold for 40 years. They said in 2024, there was a Reddit page where they were thinking it was like potentially, this is a long shot, some family member, a father that some daughter couldn't remember her sister for 10 years had disappeared. That could be, you know, a tip. I wouldn't go anything further than that, just to answer your question.
She was nice.
Yeah, these are all, yeah,
It is wild that you're so close and people don't know about it. Like this is, I mean, if you're talking flyers, this is these people should know.
yeah,
It was
I
cool.
definitely.
But wow, how can you ever identify these people in this area? Don't know it. How they ever expect to identify this girl?
Yeah.
These people don't even know about these. If this police station doesn't know about it, if you go to that police station and they don't know
Yep.
about it, I'm gonna just lose my shit.
Yep. So I'm
They
gonna have
have
to
to
plug
have
in the.
Dose yourself. Because when you see it, it's going to be a picture of a yellow sweater. That's basically the flyer. That's because obviously they can't show the body and there's no head and stuff. It's horrible.
Oh, it's just horrible. Wait here. I'm gonna go back. The police station's kind of where all the damage
So
was.
it's only been that one guy who's remembered this, right?
Yeah, and I don't even know if he really. Yeah, the one guy in the distance. Right. Just give me 1 second here. We're
Wow. This is like literally, it's not even from the same state. It's from the same block.
yeah.
Oh my God. What the fuck? This is wild.
Let me ask this guy right here for a minute.
I got the picture, the FBI thing. We could print it out. It's a picture of a red sweater, a yellow sweater with blood all over it.
I'll be right back. Okay.
Yep.
Hey, sir. How'd your afternoon going? I'm just stopping by because about 40 years ago there was a cold case. Have you heard of the little Jane Doe?
What?
Her name was. I don't have you on camera. I'm with little Jane Doe. She was a sweet little girl. She got murdered right next to the senior living community 40 years ago, and no one's ever been able to identify her. So we're just trying to spread the word out.
Okay.
Hey, have you ever watched any true crime on YouTube? Oh, okay. I'm with Ted Investigates, and we just spread awareness.
Okay.
You want to say hi to the camera?
No.
Okay. No problem. Just checking around. How's it going? Oh, good. Do you have a second?
Not really.
Okay. No, the only reason why I was here is there was somebody about 40 years ago, a little girl named Little Jane Doe that was murdered.
Oh, yeah, girl, they cut her head off.
They cut her head off. Right. Are you okay with being on camera saying hi?
I don't have no problem.
Okay.
What are you doing about it?
I'm Ted Investigates. I just got here. I'm going to be spreading the word, going to the police station, trying to put a little pressure, handing out posters. There's a few Reddit pages where they're talking about like family members might know something, but it's gone so cold and she got her head cut off wearing that yellow sweater.
Unidentified.
Yeah,
Unidentified. You know?
all of that, and I tried to keep up with it like I did the little boy that got hit with the dogs over there.
Oh. And then I noticed a big F4 tornado came through here.
Yeah, it did. We still boarded up.
My God, is anything doing help with housing or any type of assistance?
Actually, those that have insurance, which I was fortunate enough, I had insurance.
Oh, okay.
They had some.
Oh, good. Insurance, homeowners insurance.
It's taking them a long time to get around.
Yeah.
Next month.
Oh, good.
Basically.
Wow. How dark was it? Did it just feel like the finger of God coming through?
Pitch black. Yeah.
Wow.
Pitch black. Me and my daughter tried to make it to our basement, but by that time the wind blew
The wind.
the window out and sucked us back up the steps. So
Really?
yeah.
Oh my God. Well, God, I'm so glad you're okay.
Yeah, you know, when I rode down on I'm gonna say Newstead and Natural Bridge, is that where it is, Bo?
What?
Those people lost their homes was just,
Just flattened. Oh,
and those that had homes like us,
yeah.
no third floor no more.
Right. Really.
I cried.
Right.
I said, you know, ain't nothing I can't help him, but I did go down there and check on him and stuff. And
Oh, that was sweet of you.
yeah, but the little girl, well, wow.
It was 1983. Yeah, 1983. Isn't that crazy? Time flies, huh?
It flies, but when the police station was on Union, I wanted to, when they moved somewhere, they're not on a Union Enright anymore, but that's where they were. The little girl got
Yeah. Gone.
Nobody claimed her.
Right.
Nobody, and they said that it went nationwide, but somebody's got to miss. Why was she about 9?
Yeah, about between 8 and 11. Yeah.
11?
Yeah. And there's someone on a Reddit page. I don't know if you're familiar with Reddit. Some family member said, I feel like my sister, someone went missing right around that time. So that's what I want to bring to the police station and try to get some posters out and just bring awareness. You never know. You know, it's just that one person to take a look at it.
Yeah, oh Lord, why did you bring that back?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
They're trying to
Sorry about
identify
that.
her. They don't know her name.
Yeah.
So that's what they're doing.
I thought they had. It wasn't closed because Carol, can I see you? One of the cops that when he was a cop during that time in the 80s,
Yeah.
said that he wasn't going to stop until he found out.
And he never found
No
out.
one never knew how to tell me. He's here doing this to the little girl that they cut her head off up in the 50.
That they found in the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here,
So someone back in 2023, the newest thing I found, someone on Reddit, which is like a blog that I found out actually about a couple of years ago. I didn't even know Reddit, posted about like her sister went missing and wasn't allowed to see her dad for like 10 years and couldn't find her for 10 years. So that's the closest thing. So we were going to check in and I was just going to go to the police station and put a little pressure on them saying, you know, we got a little girl, you know, she had her whole life ahead of her, you know, so I run a little.
The second one they found in our community, wasn't it? The first one was up in the Catholic courts, wasn't it?
someone spoke on that, but no one could ever tell me.
The little girl that didn't have a head.
Another?
She was up the
So the
I was back in the 80s.
So there's the abandoned lot by the senior living community.
Yeah.
Right there. And I was kind of asking people around there. I didn't want to disturb any people at the senior living community, but they weren't sure. So my next stop is, I didn't realize a big tornado came through. I actually was storm chasing in Arkansas just recently, yesterday.
Joplin.
Yeah. Oh man, Joplin. Holy cow. God forbid.
That one in 2011. That's the second victim.
And he was
Ride in the sky. Him and my daughter.
oh my.
And landed like from here down on Kings Highway somewhere in 2011. So
Is he okay?
well,
He was in the hospital.
Right.
Traumatized him today because I
gotta go.
Okay. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
Thunders and lightnings and stuff, it affects him.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, it definitely would affect me too. PTSD. Yeah.
Yeah, he took him for a ride in Joplin.
Wow.
They landed him from the gas station when him and Toshiba left the gas station. They made that right turn and they went right into it.
Oh, God bless. Thank God he lived.
Them up and took him for a ride.
I can't believe that.
Several blocks. We went down there and everything, and it landed him down between two trees in that old Cadillac.
Wow.
Between two trees. And when I saw them, oh man. Ooh,
yeah, I don't even want to. They got a
glass.
Oh, I could imagine seeing your son.
Twins. He was pregnant at that time. So
oh my God, I'm so sorry.
My son was a part of that. And
yeah.
It was a bad one.
It was bad.
Radio that it hit him again. Yesterday. He didn't hit. It was coming.
It was coming and then bounced back up.
Bounced back up.
Back up. Okay, well, that's.
Let me know.
I will.
Hear anything about that child, because like I said, somebody knows that child is missing.
Right. We need to, and with cold case technology, you know, they've been finding people, so that's why I'm kind of out here.
Well, they said
Ted investigates.
the way the cut was on
Keep your
that
notifications
child,
on.
I was into it. I'm still into it.
Yeah.
They say it was did with they believe like what you call those Chevy, those long knives. It was a straight cut.
Really, just like a
It wasn't no dragging around with
Sword.
the child.
yeah, like a sword,
Sword.
just a machete or like a
That's it.
machete. Okay.
That's what they felt like. That's what they say did it.
Oh my God.
I did find that much out because I worked at City Hall
Wow.
39 years. So a lot.
Wow. Good for you. 39 years came through you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, it was wonderful talking to you, and I'm.
Yeah, I'm glad to see
Thank you.
somebody ain't forgot about
No,
it.
no, definitely not. I'm with a channel called Ted Investigates. If you ever check it out on YouTube,
Okay.
I'm always about trying to find missing people. I'm sorry, I don't have a card, but yep, I will. I'm going to go to the police station now and try to get some flyers printed at FedEx.
All those people up there are pretty much new.
No, they are. No one had any clue.
Some of them that's older, like I've been here 50 years. I moved in 1975.
Wow. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
the homes at.
Okay.
Me and my husband got this for me and the kids.
Oh, beautiful.
In 1975.
Wow.
So I've been
You look great. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So you know the
some of them that's been here, but most of them on here has died out,
right.
and they don't know.
Hmm.
But I often wonder.
Okay. Well, I'll definitely be back with some posters and we'll spread the word. Yeah. No one claimed her. Terrible.
I think
No,
when
they don't know who it is.
like that, I'm 84 years old today from 19.
You look great. You're 84 years old?
Yeah, I'm 80.
Wow. Beautiful for 84 years old. Wow. 83.
Somebody, unless it was one of her own.
That's what a Reddit page said. It was one of their own they're thinking about. So that's what I want to kind of put pressure on the police department and ask some questions today.
One of their own.
Yep.
It's kind of like my what's going on now with
Nancy Guthrie. Yep.
Nancy Guthrie. I listen to it and I cry
Wow.
about it every time I see it on TV. And the kids told me to stop. I said, no, I need to look at it because you got to stay focused on things. Look how close that was.
Yeah. I actually was just there last month. I was out there.
Really?
So yeah. I was in Tucson. So if you want to know about the case, if you go on there, you'll see me
Okay, I'll look for it.
talking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were right out there and we were trying our best. But yeah, she's been missing now for 87, 88
They
days.
got her now.
Yeah, it's just, oof.
I just can't understand how did her daughter Annie go out in her yard and look at her flowers and not know her mom was there.
Yeah.
That's what bothers me.
Me too.
It's her child.
Yeah, right. Oh.
That's why I say a lot of things go on. Sometimes you don't have to look too far.
You're 100% right on that. A lot of the people that I met with there all think close. And now even this case, they're thinking, and again, I don't want to speculate, get anyone in trouble, but it could be a father because our sister recognizes she hasn't seen her daughter.
What's going on in our world?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's it ain't no movie.
Right.
They're doing this stuff.
They are.
Like the guy shot up all his babies down there.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Babies they did nothing but came here.
Yeah.
He shot what, 8 of them?
8 of them. Yeah.
I think that child, whoever had her, had them. They had to have a machete because it was deep. Because they said no rouges.
Wow. No spine.
It was
Right.
like a straight cut. Is what that chief told me 20-some years
Brain
ago.
sort
Well, I appreciate talking to you, and
Let me know.
I will. I'll be around here.
That's what's going on now.
Yep.
It's gonna happen again.
Yep.
It's sad to say, but it's real.
It's real. It's
Reality, what's going on.
you do. You got to keep your head on a swivel. Okay. God bless you. Take care.
Man, that was great, dude. Fucking Nancy Guthrie too. This lady knows what she's doing.
And then the Joplin thing. Oh my God.
Wow. Well, was she talking about her son got killed? in
Her
there?
son got thrown inside of his Cadillac. Like,
That's what one talk like that makes it all worth it. But she was like, I mean, it's surprising.
and I'm going
how
to put
many
in the
people
police
don't know about
department
this.
if you give me a second here.
No, yeah.
I've never met anyone that's been flung from a tornado or had a son. And he said he was really messed up from it. Glass all over his face. His wife lost his pregnant. She had a baby, and she lost she lost their kid.
So
She
she
got-
lost a grandkid.
Yeah, got thrown in the air, the car.
Cadillac, a freaking Cadillac is a big ass car, probably.
I know, and I'm like, well, maybe I need a Cadillac now.
Wow. Yeah, you're right, TJ. You need to get business cards to hand to these people because
Yep, for
and
sure.
you could add Sweet Dude Chibi. Just kidding.
Yeah,
but
I definitely want to get business cards. Again, everything adds up when you're on the road, hotels, gas, me going back to the place where I left my debit card. Gas was very expensive right now. Things do add up. Would love to give business cards. Eventually I'll go to Vistaprint. There's so much to do when you're just trying to get out there and meet people and interview people. There's so many things that I could be more organized on. But at the end of the day, I wanted to get out there because I was out there for a storm chase. And then, we ended up seeing a thunderstorm. So, there are a lot of things I need. Stuff costs money over time. So that's why. But business cards I definitely will get. I just get pretty busy. I'm not home a lot. So that is something I'm going to order probably on Vistaprint to give to people. I think it'd be a good idea.
She sounded interested for sure. And she's talking.
She knew though, and she's right here, and she knew Nancy Guthrie too. Yeah, that was.
We've got people in Nancy's neighborhood that have never heard of her.
I know. There was people literally when we were handing out brochures. I think at least 20% of the people didn't know, and here we are in St. Louis.
She suggested it to you. She brought it up to you.
I couldn't even believe that. I was just like, she just had me taken away by how much she knew, how smart. 39 years at City Hall. She put her work in. 84. She looked great for 84. She had her wits together. Smart as a whip. Good woman. I'm going to pull over here and pull in the police station.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah. That's great. She seems to care obviously about that area. She's been there 50 years. And
yep. Those are the people that really, they'll care. I mean, 1 second.
This cop shop better have a poster up. It's a yellow. I'll show you if you can see the screen afterwards. It's just a yellow sweater with red basically all over it.
Yep.
I don't know if you can see the screen there.
Oh my God. Okay. Thank you. Okay. I do have to check my work. 1 second.
Here's the poster here. If I can pull it up.
There is.
Do you see the screen there? That's what the poster looks like. The FBI poster.
Shawnee. Wait. Shoot. Oh, you got to give me 1 second. I apologize.
Oh, no hurry, man. No hurry. I'm showing the poster. Your screen's black. No hurry, because you're doing stuff. Don't worry. Yeah, it says
and just making sure this deal comes in. Okay. Sorry, I'm doing
8 to 11 years old.
All right. Let me see. Can't believe those homes though. That was. Oof. So how many people we got to stream? Anybody have any questions or the
well, we figured out that StreamYard is lying to us. So I have 234 people watching live on YouTube, and there's been 557 views on X. I don't know what that means.
Cool.
Some of them are live. I can check. I keep forgetting. I didn't even know how to get to the chat of the live stream. It's right here. Ooh.
Oh.
The fire truck. Or ambulance. Well, that lady was great. I mean, right there.
Yeah.
That makes it all worth it.
That made it all worth it. And then
you were trying to get away. That's like my aunt when you try to get away from jail.
Yeah. Right.
So there's nobody in your chat right now. I don't see. But I'll go there and I'll drop this link in case they want.
Oh, I don't even think I shared it to my audience. Let's see.
It's okay. I'll do it.
There you go.
I'm there now.
Well, it's fine. We can always.
Because I copied it and I'm into a note, so in case I wanted to write it later, I'm pretty sure. Wow. Man, definitely go back and talk to her. She was a great interview.
Yeah, we'll go get sit down and have some dinner.
Yeah, she's got
break some bread.
She knows everything that's going on in that area.
So yeah, she's like she would be the person. Oh, almost once. Oops, there goes my computer again, right through.
She was perfect.
All right, just give me a second here. Oh. I'm going to go to the police station next. I just want to drive by that tornado scene for one more second just to get a side thing, and then I'm going to plug in the police station. I'm in the
You know what?
corner. Where
I
is
should
the
look
police?
up some news articles on that. Was it just
Yeah.
a year ago, the tornado?
You know what? Did I get an address of her house? Because I probably could find her on Fast People Search and connect with her via telephone.
Whose house? Whose house?
The lady
That
I
woman?
just was talking to.
She was looked like the one on the corner there. I don't know.
Yeah, I probably could find it on Google Earth because she's right across from the senior living community. Because she did say stay
Yeah.
in touch, and
Oh,
she's.
wait. I could search it.
I'd love to have
How
her
far
on
was
it.
How far was it from that address I sent you?
Oh, like 500, 400 yards tops.
So I can just tap that. And I'll go to Street View. I can even do it on
No, I'm going down a one-way street. There you go, Ted.
We'll do that
Smart.
after. We'll do that after. Oh, be
Yeah.
careful. We'll do that after.
What is all the group texting? This is the problem with corporate America. Everyone's on like a 40 group text, and all people do all day is update their WhatsApp, their group text, and like no one does anything but just text the group text a bunch of GIFs all day long. Okay, one second. And then there's guys that just stream. So I guess I have no room to talk. So, okay, hold on. I close deals though. So. All right. One second.
So that was a tornado. What would it be? What was it? Just a
F4, they
tornado
said.
in-
F4 here. I'm going to show. Is Adrian off by any chance?
I don't see her.
Okay. I was just going to
Yeah,
show
she
her
had to go.
bad.
She stepped out.
Yeah, look at the damage here. Look at that thing.
Wow.
Just destroyed the front.
So it was 1 year ago. Did we know the date of that tornado?
Yeah, it was 1 year ago. I'm sure we could look up F4 St. Louis.
Tornado F4 St. Louis. I'll put 2024, obviously, right? Or 2025. Yeah. St. Louis. I'll just put F4 St. Louis. Oh yeah.
You know, and I was shocked, and it's sad, where I'm from, in
oh my
Chicago, like
God.
the South Side just looks like this. It's not even a tornado. It's just abandoned buildings. So I didn't even know a tornado. I just figured, they're homes that got foreclosed on.
Oh, sorry. KDSK has a video. 2 minutes and 45 seconds if you want to check it out. of that
Yeah.
tornado.
You know what? As you check it out, I'm going to go ask someone if they got any barbecue or any food. I'm kind of hungry. I'm going to ask somebody if they can make me a sandwich. Just
Are
one
you
second.
taking your
No, I
What?
know. I'm kidding. I'm going to put in the police channel right now. So if you want to play it,
Oh.
I'm going to plug in the cop channel.
No. If you're taking your camera, following you is interesting. You
Yep.
might run
No,
into
I'm just saying
something.
I have to plug in the police department now. So 1 second.
Oh, and you're no problem.
I probably could have got a
No.
sandwich and just talked to that lady for. Yeah, she reminded me
She
of
would've-
like my aunt. You're right.
Yeah,
Now,
she would have welcomed you.
9 minutes.
Yeah, that was a great talk. That one.
The Joplin thing, though. And then Annie Guthrie, that like the grand finale was that. I just didn't expect any.
You broke up a little bit. I don't know if you hear. You're back. You were breaking up. You're back.
Okay, I'm back on. Just give me 1 second. I got to adjust the volume and move. Oh, sorry, guys.
That's okay.
This has been a mirror. Okay. Now, if I can plug it in, it'll show me the address without having to look at it, because that's the trick. It always would show me, and now I think, oh no, yes, connect. Okay, please show me the address. Please. Because it'll just connect to my Apple Play.
Yeah, I'll have to talk to Shibby about
my
that. Not
phone.
Want me to text it to you again?
And it works out.
So if you could please,
I think it might work.
Yeah,
Wait,
I'll definitely run it by.
source.
I did not see.
No. I have it. I just want it on my screen like it always does, and then I can just literally just. It's beautiful. Never seen it do that, but I guess. Oh, okay.
You know
Let me
what?
try
You're
to
getting
plug it in
bad
one more
reception.
Okay, 1 second. I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, find a new spot.
Yep. Can you guys see it all or no?
It's black. Screen's black, and you're getting
Okay,
horrible
yeah.
reception. You're coming in and out.
The only reason why it's black is I'm trying to keep an eye on this GPS.
Wow.
Let me get
they
my
better
suit
see-
coat on.
look at this.
All right, this is me now at the police station, talking about this missing girl.
They better have a flyer up. So look for that yellow one. I'll show you guys again. The FBI
All
one.
right, let's
looks
do a
like-
camera check.
Can
You
you
can't
here.
see. Sometimes with these phones, you
No.
can't see anything. Hold on.
But the brighter, the better.
Thank
for
you very
us.
much,
It's
so much.
crystal clear.
Roger
Yep.
52.
Yep, I understand.
I don't know if you can see the screen
Mike?
there. That's the FBI poster.
You see me?
The yellow sweater.
I appreciate your feedback. I'll definitely
Just hang
adjust
on a second. I got to make sure.
your feedback.
Your camera's off. I see your.
Okay. Just making sure I look appropriate. All right. Hey, how you guys doing?
Jana.
Doing good. How are you guys doing? Yeah. Yep.
Nice suit.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, no, I'm just trying to find out. Yeah, no, you guys look great. I'm just trying to find out about a cold case. A girl 40 years ago, she was between the ages of 8 and 11, and she was hand bound and decapitated.
Oh my God.
And I was just in the area, yeah, for the senior living community. So we just want to spread the awareness.
Little Jane Doe.
I want to
Little
talk to
Jane Doe.
somebody. Little Jane Doe.
I was thinking that's what these kids.
I know. I know. Oh, we're making a phone call here. Oh, hi. I was just wondering if I could speak to somebody about the little Jane Doe case and get a flyer. Just wanted to, I'm a local reporter in the area.
Gotcha. Yep, understood. Understood. Thank you.
You're not familiar with the case? She went missing in 1983. It was right where the senior living center is. They bulldozed the building. Her hands were bound up, tied together. And she's been missing ever since. And I just was wondering if there's any posters or anything about her with her yellow shirt or what the police are doing about it, just because I'm here to spread the word. I'm with Ted Investigates. Is there someone that could come out and at least see me for like 2 minutes? I mean, I don't want to waste your resources, but just wanted, I'm sorry, what? Off Clemens Avenue?
Unidentified. Little Jane Doe decapitated.
It's an unidentified little Jane Doe. I'm with Ted from Ted Investigates on YouTube. I got a following, and we were just following up with this case. And a detective in 2023, or either the sergeant detective said that they were close on it. They were reading different Reddit pages, and I'm just more so looking for some type of printout or handout or talk to someone just about the case that could be familiar, just because like nobody I've been talking to knows about this, and this is kind of like a serious thing right now.
Trying to identify her.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
Wait, shh.
Remember, they're trying to identify her.
Okay. They, I know they threw a number on to do a report. That's gonna be your report.
Yeah, just wait right here for me.
6015. That's gonna be your report. Don't put the. Yeah, don't put that. Just put the. What guy? That page. Starts that's gonna go talking with 15 headphones. Starts asking for reports.
Excuse me, sir. Do you know anything? I'm with, do you have a second or are you busy right now? Well, so I'm with Ted Investigates. I was just following up with the little Jane Doe, the girl that was murdered 40 years ago and then abandoned. She got her throat decapitated. She wore a yellow shirt.
I just got here.
Oh, no. I know. I'm not here to waste any resources. I just wanted to see if there's a poster or stuff I could hand out in the community. I talked to a lady next door and she remembers it. It's right by the senior living community. And in 2023, there was a press release here saying they were, sure. Sorry. Pick up the camera.
They don't know about it. How, they're trying to identify
Yeah, there's no one here that knows.
her. The cops don't even know about her. How can they identify this girl?
Yeah.
It's Jane Doe. They're trying to figure it out.
Yep.
Wow.
Hi, Julie. Hi,
Sorry, let me
Linda.
turn the camera up.
No, no, no. You look great. Man. Should be posters up.
Okay, I'll
Yeah,
ask for a cold
well, no.
case unit. There's
Tell them to print this out for you. Can you see the screen? The FBI has a poster.
The FBI, yeah. I mean, the FBI, but like local law enforcement didn't have any posters. We got to call records.
You got your finger in front of the camera.
yeah, Alicia, that's a payphone. So you have to call to get somebody because they get a lot of complaints.
The room with files, it was not open. The homicide office was not open, Janice, at all. So by the time I got there, it was shut down. They had detectives that were out in the field. The room with files was not open.
So,
Man, if they can't print you this, they should be able to print this out and tell them to put one up on their door. Crying out loud. You should look in that one right now, poster. They're trying to identify her. Oh my
Michael
God.
Brown shot by police. I figured it said hands up, so I wasn't sure.
Wow. Yeah, the case number is on there too. 83-29584. It's the case number. So 83-29584.
Sarah, say it again. It's very loud in here. There's
83-29584.
83-295. 83-29. Okay, 1 second.
584. I'll text it to you. Or can you? 83-29584.
Oh, are you here to see me by any chance?
Yeah, there's no like no sergeants in right now.
Okay,
If it's homicide, downtown would be investigator.
downtown, it's case 8329. It's that girl that went missing 40 years ago, the cold case. She got decapitated.
Yeah, it would be hung up to some.
Police headquarters?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry, what?
1915 Olive.
1915 Olive, thank you. I'm just trying to spread the word, and I was talking to people in the community.
Yeah, the homicide.
The homicide division, thank you very much, sir. Appreciate your time.
Man, but I mean, I texted it to you. They should have a poster up. They're trying to identify this.
Thank you
girl.
guys for the court case number. All right, I have to go to the homicide
Wow.
division downtown.
What? But this guy didn't even know about it. That's sad. They're trying to identify her. How can they when these cops
All
don't
right,
even know
give me
her?
1 second, okay?
they're
I'm
looking for
like working with a selfie stick and trying to do all this thing.
I'll try not to talk.
Can
You're
everybody
good.
hear me or no?
Yes, yes, we hear you. Perfect.
Okay, I got the volume down too much.
That's okay. Perfect. Everything's been perfect.
All right, so I got to go to the homicide division. He told me the address. 1 second. It's not here, so
Doesn't
let me
matter.
see if I got to
These
be in
people
a...
should know about it. They should know about it. They should have a poster up in that. They're looking to identify this girl that happened blocks away. They're asking the public to help identify her, and these cops don't even know about it. That's wild. Oh my God! Am I
Okay, 1
overreacting?
second. Let me...
Oh, it's okay. No hurry. God,
Okay, and then I got to
the whole
keep getting
state
this
should know
source
about this.
through. Yep.
Like all the local police departments, first thing when you walk in, you should see a poster. They have an FBI poster, a small one.
I don't see it. 1500 homicide. Wait.
Mm. Did anyone catch
if you
that
just-
address? Shit.
Wait. I'm going to do homicide. Oh, no, I might. Oh, wait. I did St. Louis. There we go. Sorry.
I
about
could
that.
replay it and give the audio, what he said.
Wait. 19. Yeah, maybe. You know what? Let me just do St. Louis Police Homicide Division. I might lose you guys in a minute. Sorry to look at my lap.
If anybody can go back and catch that address, it's back like 5 minutes back in this live stream. The guy says it. cop at the end says the address. I'm looking for it.
I guess I could always call and go back in. I'll just go back in.
Tell them to print this out for you. Can you hear that? Can you see the screen? The FBI has a poster. I'm replaying.
Oh, you know what? I think it was 1915 Olive Street, because this is where it says the homicide. Here, wait. I'm going to call. Are you?
We can wait. Do whatever you need to do. We're waiting.
Yeah, wait. I'm going to be right back.
Yep. I'll watch the rest of that video. Don't worry. Take your time. Oh, he's gone back in. What? Oh, shit. Forget it. Oh, am I replaying? That's him back there.
Yeah, I got a quick question. The homicide division, is that 1915 Olive Street? Oh, okay. Because I was just calling about a cold case, and an officer just walked out and he said, go to 15 Olive Street, and I missed the 1915. Okay, thank you so much. You have a wonderful day. Thanks for everything you do. Bye-bye. Okay, 1915 Olive Street is where we're going.
Huh. Man, this is wild that they don't know this. How can you identify this? That's kind of disrespectful to this young child, because they want to identify her, even just to put a name on her grave. Wouldn't that be like at the very least, let alone solve it? How? This is wild.
Yeah.
Really
I gotta see if I got a
Good morning, everyone.
conference call. One second. Let me just double check what time it is.
Anytime you need to drop
It's
off,
at
I have videos
5
I can
o'clock.
play, so
It's at 5:30. Okay, we're good. Thank God.
it's 3:45 for you there.
Yep, I have time. I have 2 hours.
Hour and
Okay,
15
14 minutes away. I'm gonna plug in so I got battery. I'm gonna put back in the selfie stick, and we'll be ready to rock and roll, everybody. We're gonna be doing a lot of these cold cases. We're gonna be just like, trying our best to whatever we can do to spread awareness. Obviously I'm not a detective or anything, but whatever we can do in honor of the victim. I mean, 8-year-old girl, she had her whole life ahead of her. That's just disgusting.
the thing
Sorry
is,
if my
when
car
they
is dirty. I've been living out of it basically.
No.
So just bear
don't
with me here. This is not going to be the best contraption, but we just need to get there fast. You know what? I might just block my screen for a minute so I can just follow my GPS and you can just hear me.
Yep.
I just want to get there.
No problem. I'll play the video to people, I guess.
Thank you.
And when I see you turn the camera, I'll put it back to full screen. So don't worry.
Guns blazing, baby.
Good morning,
Go
Dee.
help out a little kid.
What is up?
Let's go
I just
find
wanted to show
the killer.
Let's play the
scumbag.
I'll play the rest of it.
Spent a
Here,
lot
I'll
of
play this
time,
for the people.
out.
Here, this will be the 4-minute little Jane Doe one that you're looking into. This is where Ted is.
Yep.
This apartment building once stood in the 5600 block of Clemens Avenue. It was vacant on February 28th, 1983, when 2 men told police they went in hoping to find something to fix their car. Instead, they made a grisly discovery when they flicked on a cigarette lighter in the dark basement. The decapitated
they're probably
body
the
of a
killers.
little girl lying on her stomach.
A cold case of this magnitude, I think at various points over the years, it's received some national attention.
She was naked from the waist down, wearing only this bloody yellow V-neck sweater. This red and white rope bound her hands behind her back. Her nails were painted red, but sloppy, like any child painting their own nails would do.
It's unimaginable.
And it proved impossible to solve.
Anybody that had anything to do with this case in its early
Yeah,
days
this is
was doing everything in their power.
Hey, Dee, I don't know if you missed this. So I was I walked and interviewed a lot of people door to door where an F4 tornado was, and I was trying to find this little Jane Doe girl that has been missing for 40 years. She got decapitated. She got essayed. I had a lot of good feedback from the neighbors. Went to the first police department. They didn't know what was going on. Now I'm going to be headed to the homicide division to try to speak to a detective. Hey guys, just a quick update. So this was me, boots on the ground. I was in, I left my debit card and license. So I went to a place called Cape Girardeau. Okay, I drove 2.5 hours to St. Louis. I was going to go to Evansdale. Then I realized I didn't have my debit card. So then I drove 2.5 hours back to Cape Girardeau or whatever, Girardi. And then I had to go back to St. Louis. So I looked up a cold case from 40 years ago. This was me going door to door, 2 different homes. I didn't realize where I was at, got hit by a major tornado. And where I'm going with this is in Chicago, in the bad areas of Chicago, most buildings look like they got hit by a major tornado. So I thought I was in like a gang area. I was knocking on doors and I didn't realize it was because of a tornado. Chicago, St. Louis does have its bad parts. Chicago has a lot of foreclosed homes, a lot of damaged, destroyed homes on the south side in Inglewood, especially West Garfield Park. So I thought I was going to walk into some gangland area a little bit and kind of talk to the gangs. A lot of gangs do music, are good athletes. They're just a victim of their own environment. They don't have enough community resources. So this was me going door to door. I engaged with an 84-year-old lady who was beautiful for her age. She worked at City Hall for 39 years. She knew about the case. One of the very few people that knew about the case. I went to different police offices, okay, police departments. They weren't sure. sometimes St. Louis has a lot of homicides, right? There's a lot of homicides. So I do give them a little bit of slack because of all the murders going down in St. Louis area and in the bad areas that they're not going to remember, or some of the police or the detectives, aren't going to all remember this 40-year-old case when there's 10 killings a week. So that was my only thing where I wanted to be a little respectful because of the fact that there is a lot of murders in the city of St. Louis, particularly on East St. Louis. So then now I'm going to be going to the homicide division. But this is Ted Investigates channel, and I'm just letting you guys know that. So again, some of the cops didn't know, but the cops have a stack of files on gang murders nonstop. So just want to let you know.
Respectfully find this child's name to put it on a headstone. They must have buried her somewhere. She's buried now in a place that says Jane Doe. Come on. What? Wow. This is wild. So I'll watch a bit more of that tornado stuff in the area. And when Ted unmutes, we'll go back to Ted. I'll play the rest of that tornado thing. This is the tornado from 1 year ago in this very area where Ted is.
Yeah, Kelly, we're still not sure of his actual.
An F4 1 year ago, an F4 tornado hit this very area. And it's already dilapidated and fallen apart. And then an F4 tornado comes to town.
Condition. We do know that he's in verbal contact with these firefighters and emergency responders and has been throughout. In fact, the firefighters are taking verbal cues from him as they start to move things from one part of the building. He'll say, that's putting pressure on my body. I'm gonna move out of the way. We just heard some of the firefighters call for one of their bigger saws. They've been moving some of this brick by brick, board by board, door by.
You know what? I was born in 73. So in 83, I was 10 years old. She would be the exact same age as me. I'm 52.
I'll be right back. I got to iron some clothes.
Because they don't know. They have no head. They have no identification. They don't know whose kid it is. They have a body. That's it. No head. And then her name is Jane Doe. That's not her name. They're trying to identify her. They exhumed her body a couple of years ago to try to get DNA because of the newer DNA technologies. They couldn't. And yeah, in 83, I was 10 years old. I was born in 73. I mean, you're back, Ted. Are you unmuted or you want to unmute?
No, it's fine. I was just listening. I know I'm looking.
She's the same age as me, Jane Doe.
Okay.
Okay. This is wild. So just give her some respect. They could, instead of having Jane Doe, if they could identify her at least and then solve the case. But I mean, at the very least, identify her so she's no longer a Jane Doe. That would be some bit of respect that I think the minimum.
This is dangerous work. We saw one firefighter a moment ago while you were talking to Robert on the edge of this, what used to be this home, take a bit of a tumble. This is, as you can imagine, it's not exactly stable footing. So these firefighters are trying to make their way up there. And I believe after trying to.
Right. But also if they could use her DNA in her whatever to try to locate through the familial stuff, right? And maybe to identify her also. But yes, to solve the case, but the evidence, but also to identify her would be because the crime scene evidence is unlikely to be still available. Right? They must have collected stuff on that shirt. It may not be, it may be hurt. This guy may have cut his hands and some of that blood could be his. Yeah. So I'm sure they're doing all that. Yeah. Yes, they find family members, right? But I mean, at the very least, get to put on her headstone, right? She's now sitting in a grave or whatever they did, cremate, whatever. Then they didn't find the head, but they could at least identify her to put a name. I mean, family members may not have known. I don't know. It's weird. The fact that in that area, it happened 3 blocks away from that cop shop. They're fucking like, what? Meanwhile, there's a cop on the news asking for people to help identify her. All these cops. You're having a bad connection, but you're back up. If you ever unmute, I will pause this if you choose to unmute.
Yep, I'm just again, I'm having a little bit of trouble with my GPS not going to my computers or my car screen, so I have to look. I have to keep it straight up. Just give me a
How about
second.
this? There's 7 minutes left of this video. Take your time. Disconnect, do it all, and then call back. Get it done properly. Yeah.
Yep. No. I got it. I'm logged in.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna just be there in like 6 minutes. Yep. I'm just looking at my Google map screen. That's why it's not showing it.
Right. Okay, that's no problem. We don't need to see it. So mute, and when you unmute, I'll pause.
Go through and tunnel through the basement to reach him. They've now completely changed their strategy. There's a ladder above in case they can use that as some kind of leverage to help pull some of the weight off. And there are neighbors and family and volunteers gathering around the perimeter watching and praying, hoping that 45-year-old Garfield makes his way out. We know that he's been down there for what I believe is now approaching 2 hours. As soon as the severe weather knocked this house down on top of him, he was taking shelter inside the pantry of the kitchen. And we heard firefighters a moment ago say all the weight, everything is on top of him. That's why they've started to just try and just take that long, tedious job of pulling the weight off of him, hoping they can eventually get through and get to him safely. That's been the biggest concern. Every time they move some of this debris, they run the risk of other debris falling in, and that could create a very dangerous or complicated scenario. I'm going to step out of the way here and see what exactly we're working with at this point. You can hear those other...
Okay, we're getting here shortly in 0.8 miles. We're going to be making a right on Olive Street. If this guy doesn't know how to drive here.
I paused your full screen, but you're... So, we're looking at your dashboard, not the...
Yep. It's because I have to hold it for the GPS. Okay, 0.5 miles will be there. You know what? Yeah, you can keep playing it. I'll shut my dashboard off for a minute.
Well, yeah, mute, and when you unmute, I'll turn it back on.
What you're seeing now is the second, even third wave of firefighters. There's been a number of different crews coming through here offering support and relief to the folks who are doing some of the early digging and the early work to remove a lot of this debris. But this is really just manual labor. If you watch this, it's like the worst demolition scene you've ever seen. You can see one firefighter at the top trying to hold up that beam to keep it from falling on his colleagues while they pull other stuff out. You've seen them toss entire filing cabinets or mattresses or big pieces of furniture down to the side of the wall.
Hey guys, I understand the Shibby stuff. So thank you. I'm going to talk to him. I didn't know what happened last night. I actually was a little crabby too last night, but no, I apologize. Please just watch this. I understand you guys want to watch me. I definitely take your feedback seriously. Thank you. This is just a little bit longer. Right now there's nothing I can do because this was recorded. I was in this area. I totally understand. Thanks, Wake and Bake. Thank you for your comments. I definitely will take that in consideration. I had some other people too. But right now, this is just what we're showing. But no, I totally understand. And we'll take your comments seriously. Thank you.
They're down into this house. And look, this could take, if this was a regular construction scene, even with big, heavy equipment, if you weren't being careful with a person trapped underneath, it would still take you a long time. And they're trying to go through painstaking care to make sure.
So just a quick update. This is from 1 year ago. The area Ted was looking to talk about, this little Jane Doe case, was hit with an F4 tornado. So we're playing this video is from 1 year ago from this area where Ted is at. But he's not, this is a tornado happened 1 year ago. And we're now today, Ted is investigating the little Jane Doe case. That's a 40-year cold case. And she was decapitated and unidentified, Jane Doe. And none of these cops in this area know about it.
They don't make any of this worse. So that's what's taking this so long. But again, all indications so far have been that Garfield is talking to them. And
a body with no head. She was decapitated. And did you hear that woman? She talked about it being like a sword or a machete. Probably a sword slicing right through. It was a clean cut. So it implies it's a sword where they do a beheading, not sawing at it, like swipe. Imagine that. Fuck.
Sure.
What's going on here?
Oh, there, it's back.
Pause.
Just to check on him. He's been in a pretty dangerous situation
Oh,
here
go
for the
ahead.
last 2 hours or so.
I
But
didn't
again,
think you were
we're
gonna
trying
do
to bring
this.
you up.
So this, we were trying to, we don't, this is a rescue. At
All right,
that
I'm going to
scene.
be at the homicide division here in less than a point of a mile. So let's go.
Here.
Let's go.
No, hurry. Here's one
All right,
from,
Put on my selfie stick.
do what you need to do. My damn ad block is acting up again.
Oh yeah, never show this GPS is
Those violent.
So here's, I've got an ABC one. It's about 3 minutes long. I'll play it. It's about that tornado from 11 months ago. But as soon as you unmute and show up, I will come back to you and I'll put you on the full screen part.
And storm slamming parts of Missouri. Residents in St. Louis narrowly escaping when a tornado struck there. Officials also confirming the death of at least 5 people across that city and hundreds of structures destroyed. St. Louis Mayor Kara Spencer joins me now. Mayor, first of all, our condolences to your entire community for the damage that we are hearing about. You have called this the worst storm in St. Louis history. How is the community dealing and what kind of devastation are we talking about?
It truly is devastating, Phil. I haven't seen a storm like this, not in the city of St. Louis in my lifetime. But the resilience of our community is truly incredible. The areas impacted really from the western side, the old historic Forest Park, all the way
Okay,
through
I'm here.
North St. Louis.
Yep, you're up. Full screen. It's black. We're through.
Just give me a second.
Oh. You've hit mute. I don't know if you did it intentionally.
All right, just
You're on
everyone,
mute.
yep. If we just be quiet though in here, just in case, I
I'll
don't
be
want people
quiet.
to be like harassment or something.
I'm muted.
Okay. 1915, Olive, Police Headquarters. Let's see, how can we help out? Couldn't even get in. Oops, excuse me. Sorry about that. Hey, how's it going? Good, I'm with Ted Investigates. I just want to see if I could talk to somebody about the 1983 cold case of the little Jane Doe. Been searching around the neighborhood. She went missing. She was 8 to 12. She got decapitated. No one's found her. A lot of the neighbors in the area I were talking to her felt a lot of frustration. Just seeing, I was just down at the metropolitan area and they told me to come here. If I could get like, I mean, do you have like a poster up or anything?
Do you know the case number?
Yes. Shibby, what's the case number?
It is, I got it right here. 8. I have it right here. Sorry. 83-29584.
83-294.
29584.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Just trying to help out. I was just,
It's amazing.
okay. Just be quiet.
Yeah.
You want me to take my keys out and everything?
I'm just thoughts, but it's full of.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Everybody's gone? Okay, yep, I'll definitely give a call tomorrow. I just want to spread awareness. I cover cold cases and like to be in the community. I was door knocking everywhere. Yeah, so they're gone for the day. Just to let everybody know they're the cold case department. So they're gonna give me a records number that we can call and thank you. Is there the website? Is there a person I can ask for?
It's just the records department. Anybody in records.
I could bring the records department and they'll be able to give me like a poster of it. Okay. Have you heard about the case by any chance? No? Okay.
Ask if they can print it out for you. If you want to show.
No, it's in the records department. You guys, she was found in the basement by two gentlemen that were like looking for go-kart parts. Yep. She was 8 to 11. She got her neck cut open. Do you guys have anything you could print out for me on the records, or is this?
If you request it, we can. That we have to go on. That's all that be on film. It's nothing you can get. So that we'll have to go.
Okay.
All of them are scheduled something, and they'll tell you how to get it, so we can pull it for.
Okay. Sounds good. I'm glad you guys know about it because it's been.
If you
Do you know anybody involved in it? Like, could have been like a family member? 'Cause there was that post on Reddit saying it could. I know you can't speculate, but
I don't know any family.
she might know. Lady over there. Oh, okay.
But there's a couple of detectives that still work for that was on the case.
Oh.
That very familiar with that case and homicide.
Okay. Do you have one of their names by any chance? Someone I can reference? And I'll be very polite. I won't be rude.
Look it up.
Is there any way you can look it up now?
No, I'm worked upstairs.
Okay.
They
All
can't
right.
print it out for you?
I appreciate it. No, they can't.
What?
Yep. I've asked them to print it out. I've asked them everything. I've asked them the records department. Let me just see if there's another cop out here.
What?
Just give me a second. So the records department, she wouldn't give me the detective's name. There is a detective working on the cold case. She wasn't doing anything. I actually think those two weren't even cops. I think they were just the security at the front. So they weren't even the
Don't they have someone helping the public?
Hey guys, this is pre-recorded, but this was this was me boots on the ground. So I have to show this on my channel because I spent a lot of money on gas and hotel rooms. So I wanted to show this on my channel because a lot of times when I'm not on my channel, people are like, where's Ted at? Before that, I was on JLR's channel doing storm chasing. So you need to get a little bit of views to offset the cost of gas and hotels. So that's why I wanted to put this on there. I feel like this is a very important case. We have flyers made. We have a lot of stuff, but with gas prices, driving from, I was all the way up in Duluth, Minnesota, and went all the way storm chasing to Little Rock, Arkansas. And then, with the hotel costs and everything and not putting these views on my channel when it's boots on the ground, when I'm there, it really adds up financially for me. So I just have to be careful that I also get the views a little bit so I can recoup a little bit of the money. And then this is me, obviously, there at the place. So I can show, obviously, me. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying that's why I have to replay this one. I replayed it earlier enough so it's not during the middle of the day where someone thinks this is like breaking news. But I wanted to get enough views because of the fact that I probably spent $2,000 this weekend or this week on hotels, gas, eating, and, etc.
Yeah, so I have a records number to call that they can give me all the information and the detective to contact me. Supposedly, they won't give me the name of anybody. I'm going to try to go around the back here to see if I can stop somebody driving, but I think we're kind of done with this.
There's an FBI poster. You should be able to get a printout to show people.
Yeah, well, I mean, they.
No, and so another thing, we're in St. Louis, and this is my only thing. What I want to say is they deal with deaths, murders, 10, 20 murders a week, right? A lot of gang murders. This is a 40-year-old cold case that we need to bring awareness to, but a lot of these cops are not going to know about this case because they are dealing with homicides every single day. So the people in this particular office weren't law enforcement. They were security. I can only push them so far until they get, aggravated at me. They're not going to have posters. They're not going to have printed the FBI posters and stuff like that. They were just workers, unexpected. The homicide guys are out doing homicide work because St. Louis is a beautiful city, but it does have a lot of crime in a lot of areas. So you run into a situation where if I just show up out of nowhere, they're going to give me the records number, but they're also not going to be able to just be at my mercy as soon as I get there. You know what I mean? So I can only push myself so far on somebody that can't really execute and get me to the places that I need to go to, right? Without walking around with egg on my face. I got to be respectful too to the police officers because they have a lot of murder investigations currently that they're working on. So I just want to tell you that I will push as hard as possible. And then there comes a point where, there's nothing somebody can do because they're using their resources out in the field.
they are the front desk people. Basically, I ran into that whole unit. I guess is gone, or that's just what they tell people.
But you're just asking for a printout afterwards. Just a
Yeah, but there's a lot of murders in
the
St. Louis,
poster.
so.
Yeah.
They're asking
Yeah,
the
I mean-
public. It's wild. Here, look on the screen. Can you see this? I don't know if you can see it. I have it on the screen.
can't.
It's just an FBI VICAP alert. Unidentified remains, St. Louis. It has the case number on it.
Yeah. But again, you know what they would say is that's FBI and they're law enforcement. You know what I mean? They're
Doesn't. Oh no.
I know.
Come on.
I banned
This
Haley.
happened in 5 blocks away.
Yeah.
That's the
I mean, there's nothing.
I banned Haley. She has no clue what she's talking about. She's completely unintelligent. I spent a lot of my money on this trip. This was not grifting. I don't have a Venmo. I don't have a PayPal. I don't have a Zelle. I don't have anything like that. That was an extremely rude comment. I was just trying to build the awareness of this case. This has nothing to do about trying to make money off a victim. This is a 40-year-old cold case. You are embarrassing to make a comment like that. So actually, let me ban her indefinitely. Sorry. Wake the Bake 9. You are exactly right. I missed that. That is in extremely poor taste. I was all about walking around the area and trying to spread the word about a little girl that was murdered. That was just not the right play to say. I understand people's point of view. I try to hear everyone out, but don't say that about a girl that's missing for 40 years. Sorry about that. I don't mean to be a little edgy, but I just saw that and I was like, what? How? I'm grifting. What are you talking about? I'm just spreading the word about a 8-year-old that got decapitated that everybody forgot about, and I was door knocking. Nothing to do about trying to take donations or money or anything like that. The cost of hotels, the cost of gas, there's nothing to do with this particular one at all. I love true crime. I'm very curious about true crime. Once you get enough subs, there's people that do donate. I'm thankful for that, but I don't sit there and like beg for money or anything. So thank you for getting my back on that.
I mean, I pushed him as much as I could, asked for the detective's number. I'm kind of
amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Thank you, Wake the Bake. Thank you. I appreciate that.
But they were just on the news asking for the public's help.
Dee Dee, what's up?
Yeah, her file's tucked away somewhere. Can 10 submit a FOIA? Yeah, online says it. Contact detectives at 314. Yeah, I have the number 314-444. Well, this is the records department. I'll save
Thank you, Jaylene.
V's other screenshot.
Yep, Haley is definitely misinformed.
So you did say the wrong number to them, but I don't think it mattered.
No, it didn't
wrong
matter.
number
They
didn't
had no way to get anything. They're useless. I actually gonna call over at the Metropolitan place.
Very good point, Vicky.
I'm gonna sign off here for a minute though, because I have to plug into just give me a sec.
I think, guys, and I do apologize. I probably have been taking the bait a little bit more these last couple of days just because the driving with the tornado chasing is so much driving and we're missing a lot of the action and it just gets exhausting. So then I get a little bit of crabby, but I appreciate you guys getting my back on that. But I am sorry for taking the bait. I really have been getting taking the bait a lot the last couple of days. I'm just tired of driving. You know what I mean? I feel like being on the couch sometimes. I'm sorry. So this is Ted live right now. Ted's been live. I'm walking around. Alicia, I've been walking around all the police stations. I'm not live right now, but I just needed to put this on my channel because this is my, work that I was driving, going to police stations.
And I kind of got to get on the road for a little bit here because I got like a 7-hour drive.
We can continue this later if you have to go.
Yep. Let's continue in like 10
Thank
minutes.
you,
I just
thank
got to go.
Oh wait, we're doing a live stream tonight. Why don't we just or whatever you need to do? I'll wait for you.
Guys, thank
Do
you.
whatever you need to do.
Yep.
So I'll wait. I'll show the rest of that video, and you go take how long you need.
Information. All right. I'll be back in just a little bit, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just got like a sore throat. I just got to plug in where I'm going here. God, that stinks. So yeah, let me just show you the headquarters. I don't even know if you can see.
Yeah. Well, not now. Yeah, we see now.
You see me?
Yep.
There it is.
See it. Yep.
So okay, I will. Sorry about that, guys. I tried my best.
Exactly.
They weren't anything. No detectives, no detective name, no record number, no person to ask for in the record department, but they gave me the records number. So I did see someone posted something in the chat. They did know about it on the positive side. I can't even, I was shocked. She knew about it. The lady basically told me, I think she wasn't even working. So
find this cop. He was on the news for fucking begging people to contact him.
yeah, yep. So if we can get his name, but I'll be back in a half hour. I have to plug in the GPS and kind of get out of St. Louis for a little bit here.
No hurry. If I end, just text me.
All right. See you guys.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Wow. What the fuck? So look at, they're on the news 2 years ago begging the people. Look at.
Over the years, it's received.
He's there. Ted was standing here today at this, in this very lot. I don't know if he's on that side. He was at this lot. He went to this building. It's no longer there. Ted was right here today. And now Ted was walking down the sidewalk. He parked and went down the sidewalk, and there was no memorial or nothing for the building was here.
On the surface, there's certainly
this is a Jane Doe. They don't know this child's name. In a building that looked just like this.
Tonight we're learning exclusive.
It looked just like this back then. And it's been torn down since, but she's unidentified cold case.
New details about a potential lead.
Give him a printout or even know what's going on. And it happened like that. Police stations are within like 5 or 10 block radius, right in this area. And they're just the disrespect alone to not be able to help identify this young child, to put a name on the headstone, for not even thinking about solving the case, just as she says, Jane Doe, fucking headless Jane Doe child. And these people can't help with a poster that they're asking. Oh, that's wild. Nobody in the area. Ted talked to 10 people and 2 people heard of this. And they're trying to identify her. What a legacy for your town. One thing to there's a Jane Doe. It's another thing to be a fucking forgotten, uncared for Jane Doe. Oh my God. Am I overreacting? Forget about the detective that died. That's great. I understand, but it doesn't die with him. These police, doesn't matter. This guy here didn't die. I didn't even care about that. I care. Don't get me wrong. I don't mean to be careful. But he was the one that was probably bothered by it and really searching into it. But I understand that but the fact that a citizen, none of these people know about it. Ted walks in and they can't just look up, and they probably should have a stack of these waiting there to hand to people. I don't know. Or at least be able to print it out for him and just say, here, take one of these. And so you can show people this freaking looks just like cares. It doesn't have to be, it's the FBI. Just print out like the yellow sweater. I don't know. Am I overreacting? That is insane. Here, look at, they're having a whole thing here, holding up the sweater back then. So I'll watch this one too. Let's look at the video. Oh no, it wasn't. It was a photo. Look at, sitting there holding a photo of it. I thought it was a video. What is YouTube? I should go to that.
Thank you, Coco. Thank you, appreciate it, Coco.
St. Louis Metro Police Department cold case unit.
So this is the one where they're looking for the DNA. This was from 5 years ago. This is Fox 2 St. Louis.
No problem, Alicia.
Has been operating for only about a year and a half, but has already closed 10 cases.
Yeah, now they are turning their attention to one of the department's most notorious and disturbing investigations, the case of little Jane Doe. Fox 2's Catherine Hessel has an exclusive look behind the closed doors of an office now dedicated to this case.
Whole office dedicated to this case. Did you hear that? A whole office dedicated to this case. So they've opened up a whole cold case section, and there's a whole office dedicated to this case. I mean, sure, it's whatever. It's only 4 p.m. there, 4:12 p.m. there.
The circumstances surrounding this case were so horrific it garnered national attention. It's haunted detectives who have worked it, but now new detectives are reopening the case 37 years later.
What was done to this child is simply horrendous.
Raped, murdered, decapitated. February 28th, 1983. Two men
Great
looking
point,
for scrap
Coco.
metal
Great
to
point.
fix their car lit a cigarette in the basement of an abandoned apartment building on Clemens Avenue. The light illuminates the body of a young girl.
We know the child was sexually assaulted, and we know the child was decapitated.
Detectives believe the child was between 8 and 11 years old. She was found with just a yellow V-neck sweater on, her hands bound behind her back with red and white nylon rope. Investigators believe that she was beheaded elsewhere, then dumped in the basement and found about 5 days later. Detectives worked tirelessly on the case, calling it one of the most sickening in memory. They traveled all over the country following up on leads.
The detectives at that time did a remarkable amount of work. I can't imagine anything they left unturned. But ever since then, we still haven't been able to, one, identify her, and just as importantly, we have not been able to identify the suspect.
Eventually, the case went cold. Then in 2013, homicide detectives exhumed the body to gather any type of scientific evidence that could now be tested. They learned the child was most likely from the Southeast or Midwest, but they're still far from having all the answers.
We can do any number of scientific research and analysis on this case, and none of that supplants someone coming forward.
So yeah, definitely the genetic genealogy, but I mean, just to they have this space here. I'm glad they didn't write Jane Doe. I hate seeing that. So they've left it, and obviously their plan, so the genetic genealogy would be the first thing would be to give her her name, the very least. And then, like that day, they find out, get her name on there. Like, come on, like Jane Doe. And that's the very first step. And then obviously they would look into, solving it, holding some, or at least it's a blank headstone. And these cops have no clue.
And just telling us that, hey, I remember a little girl who disappeared.
Now the newly formed St. Louis City Cold Case Unit has...
Like you'll see the difference between what you hear them say, right? Like you'll hear these people say that it's important, it matters to the city, this and that. And look at Ted, he's got to twist their arm to get a little piece of paper. You can't get them to print this out for him? Just print this out for him. And he'll walk around and he'll show people just one copy. Preferably yellow so they can, preferably in color so they can see. It doesn't have to be the FBI one. There's probably a different one. It's not from the FBI, right? What? This is amazing. So print out, I don't know. This is wild. There, this is the good one here. Print this out. They could print this out for him. Wow. So it's the FBI. So I mean, the local police can't print this out. Should have this hanging up in the every one of these police stations. There should be a board with all these, like at least, an area. It doesn't have to be at the front door, but there should be. I'm amazed. Fucking amazed.
There's a room devoted just to the case.
So Jane Doe, there's a whole room, 425 here at this station, dedicated to this case. Whole office of people. I don't know if it's a person or
of little Jane Doe.
And we're running through the facts, running through the case. We're examining all the old records. And
so there's obviously, is that the one I gave him? Let me just double check. That's the one I gave him. Is that the one that was on the poster? Yep. 83-29584. 83-29584.
we're once again in a position to ask for help from the public.
The head of the St. Louis Metro.
They're asking for help from the public. Ted talked to 10 people today, and 1 or 2 have heard of this. 2, maybe I think it was 2 people out of 10 or 11 have heard of this. How are you going to?
Homicide Division Lieutenant Scott Aubuchon says little Jane Doe was found with red polish on her fingernails. It looks like she was well cared for.
We believe the child wasn't homeless. So,
oh, thank you, Dreams. Thank you. I will copy that and text it. I'm sure he might know. I'll text him that. Yeah. So I don't mean to be dismissive. Yeah, he's probably like say one of the ones that back in the day that was on it and never let it up. even probably in his spare time, his free time. So, and it's unfortunate he passed because he was probably one of the last people doing anything about it. But it appears as though they've opened up a whole new office. So in the Metro Homicide Division, there's an office dedicated just to this case alone. And nobody in this area knows about this. What? Even one person. If there's one person in that office doing this, they say it. So it's all PR bullshit. It's all PR bullshit to say that there's an office dedicated to finding this girl's name and solving this, whatever. Identifying her is the first step, right? Because, I mean, there's an office, even if it's one person, office dedicated to this 40 hours a week. There's a 6-block radius that Ted has walked around around this division, 6, 5, 10 blocks area, and he talked to 12 people, let's say. 2 people have heard of it. 10 haven't. So what is this person doing all day? Obviously, they can't be. Are they out on doing what Ted is doing? Where is this person? He's got to find this, like this office. It's fine. Okay, so maybe they're closed at 3:30 and they do 8-hour days. What? But if he was doing anything, these people would all know about it. He's talked to 12 people. 10 of them had no clue about what Ted was talking about. It happened. He was standing 200 feet from where it happened.
Yeah, it stands to reason that their friends, their family were involved with this child. They were aware of the child.
He still believes that someone knows something.
An 8, 9, 10, 11-year-old girl.
So I'll give Ted, I'll say Sergeant Brian McGlynn is probably the guy that's working on it now. And I'll text him that, I'll send him that. The Rip Riley, you said, right? Yeah. I'll send him both. Because even when he's talking about that, the people probably saying that name will conjure up some discussion. This is wild talk. I mean, so, but this guy here, he's probably the one that's running that office. It sounds like it's just a little PR thing because what Sergeant Brian Riley, if he was walking around doing what Ted did, handing out papers, these people Ted was talking to 12 people specifically. And 2 when he was talking. He was basically standing within 2 to 4 blocks of this, where it happened, where she was found.
Just doesn't disappear without people taking notice of it. We're now 37 years later on, and I think if anyone was reluctant before to talk about it, now's the time to come forward. I mean,
yeah, but they must know about it first.
If anyone knows of any little girl, we're interested in anything.
Aubuchon says they haven't gotten a worthwhile tip in this case in 10 to 15 years. But now's the time for detectives, the department, and St. Louis to name little Jane Doe and her killer.
We owe it to this little girl to do something.
If you have any...
Yeah, can you find that? I can't read it, but find this. It's all over the internet. This here. I mean, I can't see it. I'm sure they do. I can zoom in, I guess. And you guys, or I'll save this. Just save it in wherever, in Ted's folder. I have a folder for Ted. I'm going to save it in Ted's folder. Oh, download. Oh my God. Oh, it's down. I don't know. I thought I was saving this folder. What am I downloading? All these images? Oh my God. I'm probably downloading a ton of these images. Oh my God. This would be wild. I better have them all in this folder. That was a large download. Can't be just this photo. Let me go to the photo. Oh gosh, I downloaded it in Ted's folder, not this one. So I gotta find Ted. I'm in my other screen. 1 second. Ted folder. Photos, thumbs, Ted. Okay. I do this all the time, right? My computer's like super slow. Oh, I have it. Oh my God. I downloaded a whole shitload of stuff. I just wanted that one picture. I don't even know why I downloaded it. Hope it's not a virus. None of them are photos. Oh, find this. I can't. So it's got to be a contact. Yeah, it's shit.
We'll give you a little bit to decide on
Numbers.
my clothes.
Yes.
That's so kind.
So to provide or request additional information, please contact Detective. Yeah, is that the one that they had in here? Detective David, whatever it says. You guys got to be able to. It's far away from me. I can't see it. All the information is on that. So just Google this, whatever it was. You'll see it. You've probably already done it. Little Jane Doe, St. Louis. You'll see it. Just so I can't. My browser's, everything's, all these windows open, and my computer's starting to surprise it as it's just taking a dump. I got all these windows open. Oh, I should. And so let me check back with chat now. What's going on here?
Sorry, I'm just getting dressed.
All right. So I'm back on track. What do we do now? So Little Jane Doe, St. Louis, Missouri. FBI, is that the thing, right? I mean, I don't have a problem getting it. It's just what I'm doing here. It's just my computer's kind of acting up. I must have tons of stuff. I'm surprised if I still can't keep doing this because it's going to crash or something. But it seems odd that they can't do this for Ted. You should walk in there with that number, and even though he said it wrong, if they were really asking him for the number, he would have made sure he got it correct. And to just be able to print this out. So if anybody can, I don't know, Ted should be able to get a hold of them. So he's doing that now. So it is pretty wild. Here's our gravesite. What? Is everyone okay with that? Oh, I didn't know what it says there. Ooh, there's another thing. We can zoom in to read that. The Raven. Oh, here's this thing on it. Oh boy, look at this. Oh boy. I wanted to zoom in. I hope somebody's got a blog on it here. Surprised they're not. I want to read what that says there. Can't zoom in on it. Shit. Oh. This site seems like somebody did a blog on it. So, zoom in a bit. I mean, I don't even know. I forget why we were looking for it. Seems like the police station should be able to. So, warning: this story is quite gruesome and involves that. If you are sensitive to such topics, consider skipping this week's report. Welcome back, everyone. And so there's a check. So the person. So she went to the grave. Whatever it was. Here's her grave sex. Oh, we don't need to see it. So we've seen the grave. So here's the tragic story of St. Louis, Missouri's Jane Doe, an 8 to 10-year-old girl found decapitated in an abandoned house at 5635 Clemens Avenue. She's also known as Hope and Little Jane Doe. I'll be referring to her as Hope in this article. On February 28th, so we've kind of gone over this a bunch of times. Two guys found it in there. So when police arrived at the scene, they thought they were looking at the body of the skull. I remember that. Yeah, they thought they mistakenly, but they mistook her for sex with her. But then they realized she hadn't been through puberty, obviously. So there's a whole newspaper articles. This is like I'm sure they would be testing this because it might not all be her blood, but most likely decapitated if she was still wearing that. Or they found it in the area. So there was no blood found in the house, indicating her murder took place elsewhere. Oh, she had no distinctive scarring or birthmarks. The one showing she had no distinctive scarring or birthmarks, except for one showing she was born with spina bifida. According to Google, so that would be, I mean, she would be in a medical, she would have lots of, so spina bifida. It's the first time I've watched this over and over again. And it's the first time I've heard that from somebody. None of these news reports said anything about that. That's a clue. According to Google, that is when the spinal cord is incomplete closure. Her death was estimated within 5 days of being found due to the mold growing on her neck. Her head was determined to have been removed with a single slice, like with a carving knife. No. Carving knife or a sword or a machete, like a single slice would be a sword. Her head is still missing to this day, which is why this is Missouri's status cold case to date. Authorities would later find evidence of SA that occurred before Hope's death. Also, her beheading wasn't what killed her. It was strangulation. So that's great. I'm sorry. So she says the person just, so with no leads, her body was eventually buried at Washington Park Cemetery on December 2nd, 1983. In 1993, police mailed Hope's sweater and the rope that rope too, right? They did say something. That confined her to a psychic in Florida. Though I love using this practice to find leads, it's not always legit. There are many fake psychics out there, and after you read what happens next, you might think it's a little suspicious yourself. Oh, I got a thumbs up from Ted. He's not backstage, but he's giving thumbs up. He sent me a thumb. Okay. Well, we're still live if you want. I don't know. If he pops up backstage, I'll go to him. We finished reading this, I guess. Like, I mean, not that one. It's just we play after Ted. Yeah. So, psychic, right? So something what you might think is after they mailed it off, it vanished. What? They lost it? They mailed off the sweater? What was it they mailed? You might think it's many fake psychics out there. And after they mailed it off, it vanished. Mailed what off? The sweater? Okay, so the sweater and the robe. So they had a package with the sweater and they mailed it off and it's gone missing. The psychic said they never received it and police decided it got lost in the mail. What? What? I'm not even going to read this next statement. What? This person says, my brain instantly goes to the psychic was the killer or knew the killer. And they want, come on, to get the evidence set to destroy it. No. Come on. That was they would have taken it with them. That's silly. I don't even know why I'm reading this. In 2013, Hope was exhumed to run isotope tests on her bones. They wanted to know the mineral content in her bones to determine where she lived. They found all of this out because different areas have different minerals in their water. Hope ended up being from the southeastern part of America, meaning she was either from Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Louisiana, Arkansas, Texas, Tennessee, North Carolina, or South Carolina. Her body later reburied at Calvary Cemetery in the Garden of Innocence with other unknown children with no leads. That's something Ted should write that down for sure. The Garden of Innocence. There's that sounds interesting. Her body was laid, so later in the Calvary Cemetery in the Garden of Innocence. Garden of Innocence. And with other unknown children. other Jane Does. Unknown Jane Doe children. Nobody wants to even put a name to it. The only suspect this case has ever had was Vernon Brown, who murdered girls the same age in the same way. And didn't that one lady say to Ted, "Oh, hi, Rosanna"? Someone come in, sorry. Did I miss you guys? Sorry, I should be paying better attention to chat. Hi, good afternoon. Hope everyone is doing great. Hi, Rosanna. Hello. Alicia, Photon, Candy, AJ, Dreams. Thanks for being here, guys. Moonlight, hi. Sorry. Was that Isaac? Lisa? Sorry, hi, Lisa. Police department lost her shirt. Yeah. Oh, I should have been reading. I missed that. Yeah, you said that a long time ago. You said that 5 minutes ago. So thank you, Lisa. Yeah, they seem like they mailed the rope too. Could have the answers on it. They've lost it. Oh my God. Now they don't even know about it. Like, it's all like a PR thing. Like, they just pretend the news is here. Let's do a little thing. And, then Ted walks into the homicide department and almost has to twist their arm to get one little piece of paper printed out. He still can't. So there was a suspect. So also that the second old lady, the lady that Ted was talking to, came up and talked about another incident in the area. Sounded the exact same, of another kid beheaded who murdered girls the same age in the same way. Brown never confessed that there was never any real evidence linking him to the case. In 2020, Hope's case was reopened with the St. Louis Metro Police newest cold case unit. Though they have only been up for 2 years, here's the number here for them, right? They have solved 10 cold cases. They asked if you have any leads to call them 314-444-5371. And there's that thing. It says, the saddened hearts were healed in, I can't see what that word is. In the past, I'm doing this at the service. Cannot see it. Cannot see it. I can't zoom in on it. Anybody see what that says? I've been saving these photos. Let me see if I can save this one. Save the image as anything. Just in Ted's folder. There we go. Really long name. Oh my gosh. This one. And where are you? So it's not. What good is that? It doesn't even look the right folder. Ted. Here, I got it. Yeah. I'll be able to zoom it in here. Please. I think I'd be better at this. There we go. So the saddened hearts were healed in knowing the paid of life, the pain. Sorry, excuse me. I'll do that again. The saddened hearts were healed in knowing the pain of life is over, and the beauty of the soul revealed. I'm so sorry. Take 5. The saddened hearts were healed in knowing the pain of life is over, and the beauty of the soul revealed. That's nice. Sorry, I screwed it up. But a name would be perfect here, at the very least. Okay. So what are we doing here? We watched that. Ted hasn't called back, so
Ted's right here.
Did we watch it or no? Or did I keep going back and forth? Because that cop, I think we watched that already. I don't know. There was that tornado stuff I wanted to check. Yeah, this is the one we were going to watch, and so I'll text Ted to see if anything's up. Oh my God, I've been on this all day again. This is wild. I mean, look at this hair. What a mess. Looks good though.
we are talking about thousands of buildings impacted. We're estimating right now 5,000 buildings.
But this is about the 11 months ago where Ted was asking about this. He noticed windows, so a tornado, an F4 tornado came through that area basically 1 year ago. And this is, we're talking about it 1 year ago.
Hey, I just wanted to ask you guys really quick. Let me see here. See if I can even get on the screen. Even know how to do this anymore. Hey, should I go to, what does everybody think? Thank you, Alicia. Should I go to Mason City or Evansdale? I'm trying to meet with Drew Collins. Evansdale is about 5 hours east. Mason City's about 4 hours from me. I can go the Jody Heisenberg case, which is pretty much a dead end. I can get with Drew Collins. If I can catch him, he's usually easy when I go to his house. He can show me Lake Meyer, where the girls went missing, and then we can go to the National Forest Reserve where the girls were murdered. There is a suspect who murdered himself, but the whole ending of this case is getting his best friend to admit that he was with them on the same day. That's what the FBI believes. What does everybody think I should go to? And I'll continue to play this, but do you want me to go to Evansdale? That's on HBO Max, that series. That had ties to the Delphi case. There's also the Mason City. If you want to send me an email, I'm about to get out of this hotel. And anyways, I'll let you guys listen to the rest of the video. If you want to comment on what you think, Evansdale or the other place, let me know. Okay, guys, let me see. What time is it right now? Let me get back on the screen here. I'm going to call Drew Collins really quick. Drew Collins, are you familiar with the Evansdale murders case? The two girls, Lyric Morrissey and Elizabeth Collins, were murdered. I'm going to call Drew Collins now and see if he can meet. He usually can. He runs a business. It just depends on his schedule. He has extended the olive branch to me about meeting with him and showing the different sites. Let me try to call. Can you guys hear me right now? Because this video is almost over. I was going to call Drew really quick. Do you guys want to listen in on that, or do you want me to continue to play this and then do it right when this ends? Here, I'll play it.
So
this is just going to show me say goodbye.
Is there any announcements for tonight, or are we not doing it live. It's up to you.
All right.
I don't
I'll
want to say
call
it,
him
but
in
I'm pretty
private.
sure you were gonna. Time I need to eat some dinner and so let us know. Yes, thanks, Ted. Like, I mean, we'll have to follow up on that because it just really seemed odd that you, oh, he's here. Let's finish this off with style. You are on stage.
Hey, Drew, I'm in the area this week.
I'm going to put a phone call into Alex. We might do like an open panel or something. I'll know a little bit more, or I might do something. I just got to see when I make it to my hotel room.
Okay, so if you post notifications, do it, or text me and I'll make one and post it. Either way, keep your notifications on. Ted will probably be going live tonight sometime, right?
Yep, exactly. And I'll let you know. I should have a better understanding in the next hour. I'm just in bumper to bumper traffic in St. Louis, and I'm just trying to get a little bit further.
This is my channel, guys.
Out of here, so
I could log on and make it, I think, but you can do it later. Whatever.
Hey, Norma, just want to give you a quick update. This is my channel. Shibby put me on yesterday, but I wanted to get the views on my channel just because of the fact that hotel, gas, everything costs a lot of money. So I'm trying to get some views, which YouTube, doesn't pay a ton of money. And again, I'm not here begging or anything. I don't have Zelle, PayPal, or anything like that. I'm just saying I want to put my content then on my channel as well. I did it really early in the morning, so it wasn't during the day, so people would get confused. But like when I'm boots on the ground, I'm doing all the door knocking. I'm, going to the police station. I want to kind of put it on my channel too, so I can recoup some of the hotel, the gas, the driving. I was tornado chasing on JLR's channel. I wasn't live there either. So it's been a pretty expensive week. I'm not complaining. I chose to do that. I know why I was doing that, obviously, to help build my base of subscribers. But I figured this one, I do want to edit, and I had some good conversations that I wanted people to have. Yeah, I don't have either Cash App. I do appreciate it, Alicia. Don't worry about that. That's not why I'm saying it. I was just letting Norma know. I'm letting Shibby even dual stream from my channel right now. But I wanted to put this on my channel because a lot of my subscribers are like, where's Ted? What's Ted doing? And I'm on a lot of different channels. And then they think my channel goes vacant. And then people unsubscribe because they think I'm not on my channel. So that's why I put it on my channel, because I was like, this is a pretty good one. So I'm going to shut this down. Shibby's going to be on at 7:55 Central Time. I'm going to call Drew Collins now. I think it would be really good to meet with him. Thank you, Rachel. I think that's what I'm going to do. If not, we can go to Mason City. Yep. I know. Eventually, I'll get a Cash App and everything. Yeah. So basically, this was a lot of driving. I was on a lot of other people's channels, and I got to start bringing views back to my channel, or it's like the money's going out, and there's nothing coming back in. And it's not a big deal. I'm just saying for views. Like when my channel goes dormant for 2 to 3 days, I literally get hundreds of people messaging me saying, "Oh, where are you? You're lazy. You're not here. You know what I mean?" And they're just wondering where I'm at. So it's like, I am in the field, I'm working. So I wanted to put it on my channel too. So that's probably why it's probably kind of confusing, and I'm sorry for that, but I have to keep my channel moving too, because I get a lot of comments saying, "Oh, Ted's hiding. Where's Ted? Ted this, Ted," so anyways, that's why. I hope you guys have a wonderful morning. We will see you soon. Very soon. I'm going to be reaching out to Drew, Dee Dee. Love you. Everyone love you. Thank you so much. You guys have a good day. We'll see you like in 20 minutes. I'm sure Shibby's channel will be live. And then Drew's a wonderful human being. Drew, actually, the documentary, it's a 3-part documentary on HBO Max about the missing children in Evansdale. And then there's also a Delphi segment it ties into. There's also a big Richard Allen thing going down right now. We're a big Delphi channel as well. Love you all. Yep. Stay safe. Thank you. See you guys in a little bit. I got to get out of this hotel room. See you soon.